Okay. So there's a possibility we are live now, folks. I apologise about the technical difficulties this morning. We were expecting someone else to stream it, and last minute they said they can't. So let's see if we are live. I'm just waiting for it to come up on my phone to say that we're live. I've got nothing so far. Is it set? Oh, it's unlisted. Edit. And go public with it.
You have better views than me. What am I looking at here?
Scroll down. There you are. Unlisted. Go public.
Sweet.
And save.
Okay. Do another intro in case we were live.
Okay. Here we are. I've set it up even as not Varsity. So.
Do another intro.
Yeah, we are. Okay, mic is live. We are. Sorry, folks, about the technical difficulties getting up here. As you may or may not have heard, that we were expecting someone else to stream this, and last minute they cancelled, so we are now streaming it. Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the Nottingham Varsity, the Robin Hood Bowl, here from the David Ross Sports Village. This is the University of Nottingham versus the Nottingham Trent Renegades in the yearly varsity matchup. Unfortunately, you've missed the opening score from George Dominguez. The lawnmower rattled it for about 50-60 yards and taking in, it is either 6 or 7-0 Nottingham. We will double check the scoreboard when we get there. Myself and Sean have been desperately trying to get this set up over the course of the last sort of 10 minutes.
Hi.
Yeah, you may hear Sean just jump in every now and then. So if you hear a lot of moving around, then that is us, as always, trying to set all the stuff up. So just wait while I get all the posts shared out. So here we are. We've got Trent on offense. I haven't got a roster, but I know half these guys from playing with them at Caesars. I believe that's Liam McGovern there at quarterback. Is that McCorkindale Brown in the backfield? I can't quite tell. So we've got quick motion out the backfield. Liam drops back, looks over the middle, and that is broken up, I think.
Tipped and then almost picked off, but not quite.
Yeah, not quite. It was close, but not quite there. Dangerous ball there across the middle, looking for the guy down the seam.
Do we have a score?
It's either 6 or 7-0.
Is the scoreboard up to date? I'm live. I got it. 6.
6-0. 6-0. So either this is Varsity. So we've already seen a flea flicker. We've already seen. I think we saw a reverse earlier in the day as well. So we expect the unexpected here today at the
onside kick was the opening kickoff.
Onside kick. Shockingly, Nottingham open with an onside kick, as we've done
surprise
with every Varsity for the last 5 years. Here we are. Handoff. It's a stretch to the left of the defense, and he is going and he's taken down there by number 9, Matty Phillips, and then further again by, who is that? That's number 8. That's Rory Dawson, I believe. They're coming across from his linebacker position.
Get the score updated here. Yeah, apologies again, folks, for the technical difficulties. We were conscripted at the last minute, but that's fine. It's all good here. As I said, I'm Sean. As a heads up, we both, I coach UON. Simon went and played for UON, so we are going to be a little biased, but we'll do our best to be professional. And as Simon said, a lot of, American football in Nottingham is also, a growing family across different colors, pink, gold, green, blue, all that jazz. And we know a lot of these guys from both sides of the field, so we're going to highlight all the best plays that we can.
Yeah, and expect, like I said earlier, expect the unexpected ball on the ball.
Snap!
Oh, I think they're going to give that as a false start.
Oh, that would have been a nice break for Nottingham.
Yeah. So let me desperately just get on my Instagram and hope that UON Sport will pick it
no
up
one's
and
gonna
share
watch
it
until you share it.
Yeah,
really.
exactly. So I've got to share this, and hopefully someone from UON Sport can pick this up and share it with me. This is where you can point out that I don't use Instagram very often. I have no idea how to put a link in.
Oh, you have to click the. It's like it looks like a sticker. Are you doing a story? Or are you doing a general post?
Story,
yeah.
I got it.
Click
I
the sticker,
got it.
And then one of the options is link.
How does Sean know how to use Instagram? Oh, you do.
I had to do this last night.
Yeah.
I posted the Caesars Juniors YouTube video.
Yeah.
On Instagram last night, I did a link. So I just had to learn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
fair enough.
Here we go. Under center, bunch out to the QB's right. Deep pass again. And that's going to be bobbled. Two defenders there. Yeah, 2 defenders there for Nottingham. So Liam trying to air it out a bit, stretch out the defense. Now Scott Messam offense, known for airing out the ball, trying to take some shots downfield, and a lot of success doing that. So not surprised to see them go deep early on in this game.
So, obviously, I think one of the big losses from last year is Jaden Abraham of the Nottingham Trent Renegades. Graduated last year. Their big ex-receiver scored twice in varsity last year, I believe. Because I couldn't quite tackle him last year. I didn't quite manage to hawk him down.
Quite doing a lot of work in that sentence.
I was about 6 inches away from hawking him down. Here we are. Liam drops
here
back.
We go. Pressure.
And it's a screen.
It's a screen pass.
And he's taken down. That is Mark there with the takedown, number 44.
That's a good play. Really nice read. A screen pass, getting upfield with the lineman. And, was it Mark you said came in?
It was Mark,
yeah, for the tackle. That's
so,
nice.
I mean, let's quickly talk through the 2 teams here today. We've got the University of Nottingham, we'll call them the green and gold. Everybody's playing today. Obviously, heartbreaking loss in the final on Tuesday, lost by 1 score against the UWE Bullets. And then we got the Nottingham Trent Renegades. They were semi-finalists in Division 1 North. They lost by 2 points, I believe, to Leeds Griffins, who couldn't quite sneak past Loughborough to make it back up into the Premiership. So, I mean, this is going to be two well-matched sides.
Yeah, you got an upper-tier Div 1 team, and then obviously UON Gold did really well. But as you said, lots of players getting involved.
Oh, here we are. Liam going deep again, and that is double covered, and I believe it's waved incomplete.
Yeah, that almost bounced into the hands. I was waiting for the call.
Yeah, I was waiting for the same.
It tipped up, and then he was rolling back, but then he didn't quite land in his hands.
Yeah. So, here we go. So yeah, if we're just quickly to go back over it, while we were away, George Dominguez with a 60-yard run, the lawnmower doing what he does best, breaking it all the way down the sideline. It looks like Trent to come out to punt here. I've got no tracker downs at the moment.
Yeah, it's 4th down.
It's 4th down, so it looks like Trent out here to punt. Although it would be good if they got themselves a punter.
Run out there, run, my little friend.
There we go.
Hey-oh.
And we have a punter out there.
So all the shields were ready to go. No punter. Well, he's there now.
Usually the punter's the one person you know is going to be out there on punt. Snap back, and there's a good bit of pressure there, but the punt is away. It is high, but I think it's going to take a Nottingham Trent bounce.
Well, yeah, it landed about the 16. The ref's going to spot it precisely.
But we've got 15,
keep walking.
14,
keep going. Keep
13,
going. 11?
12 or 11.
We can count.
Given we're currently running off our laptop, we're desperately going to see if we can move this onto our television so we can get a bit of a better view. Again, apologies for the delay and all the sounds you can hear around the back here. It is it's been chaos up here in the booth. The production quality should calm down. So I mean, like we said at the end of the SGS game, we thought that was going to be the last game we streamed together, and then as it happened, we both basically ran into the office today.
Quite literally. I mean, there's no exaggeration. It was quite literally running.
Not at all. That is Robbie Rao dropping back, dancing around in the pocket, steps up. Robbie Rao taking off. Robbie Rao is moving, and he's still going, and he's tripped up just past the 30-yard line. No guys coming in late to hit him today. So while we just pause and try and work out how to change it to the HDMI setting on the TV, so obviously the Nottingham Trent Renegades had a good season. They were, I think, unfortunate. You know, I think if they'd have snuck past Leeds, I think they give Loughborough a game. Did they beat Loughborough early in the season? I think
no, Loughborough went undefeated.
Did Loughborough go undefeated?
As far as I remember.
But I think it was close because we were both at that game, and it was I think it was about 21-14.
Yeah, one of the Loughborough players is on my under-19 team.
Oh yeah.
And I was chatting with him, and we said, "Oh, you had a pretty good season this year." And he goes, "Well, yeah, I mean we went undefeated and won the Div 1 championship, so it's okay."
Yeah, there we are. Pass just short-handed. That looks like Lorcan. Was it Lorcan, England, over the middle? Obviously, it's not Finley Old. He is in Canada. He's there at the CFL Combine. For those of you that don't follow the UNAF Instagram, you obviously haven't seen all of the pictures of Finn over the past couple of days. Finn putting out some good numbers over there in Alberta. I think it was a 4.91.40. I think obviously he struggled a little bit with the jet lag. He ran a 4.73 while he was here in Nottingham. Here we are. We're up on the TV. So Here we are. Nottingham trips to the bottom of your screen. It's empty. Robbie Rao back on his own.
He loves that empty formation.
He loves that empty formation. And it is a quick throw out, and he is taken down early. I can't quite work out who that was. Catching the ball there. Our usual issues with we can't quite see the jersey numbers remain. We seem to have got a weird Instagram filter on top of our camera today. It's an interesting colour on our screen, but we'll live with it. We'll be fine. We can make it work.
Oh, that's not what we wanted.
That's not what we wanted. Okay, so I don't know what you can see on your screens now because we can't see anything. I'll close it. Yeah, just straight up close it, I think. Oh, maybe not just close it. So, while we're there, Robbie Rao escapes the sack. He steps up, he's stepping through the middle. Robbie Rao still going. Robbie Rao, and he's still going. And he's still on his feet somehow. And he's taken down at the opposition 30-yard line. I don't know, set it to halfway.
I don't know what. There we go. All right, we're good.
We're good. Okay. We'll live with the Instagram filter for today.
I apologize, folks. Like I said, we literally had shut down streaming for the year.
Yeah, we were not expecting to be back here today. We had to borrow a microphone off a physio. So shout out to Laurie if you're watching this back. Thank you for lending us the microphone. So of course these two teams one hell of a rivalry over the past few years. I can only speak for the last 8 years while I've been here. So we'll take it back once we get through this play, and if we get a bit of a break, I'll do a bit of club history. And that is a handoff. Tafumi Lala breaks it off the right side. And I think there's a flag thrown in there. I'm going to presume that was a hold. Yeah, we got people looking around as if they're questioning whether it was a hold or not. Yeah. Oh no, face mask on the defense. That's going to be 15 yards and an automatic first down for the Green. Yes, thank you to the person who just texted me a photo saying you're just staring at the DRSV. We knew, thank you. So here we are. We're going to see. It looks like the chains are going to be moved up to about the 16-yard line here for the University of Nottingham. And I'll tell you what, I'm looking out there. I'm seeing Robbie Rao, I'm seeing George Dominguez, Eli Lewis, all the starters in at the moment here for the green and gold. They are going big on these first couple of drives. Who have we got? We've got Balaji, Adewale, Jonathan and Benfo. I think that could be Dan Pedro, or is Lorcan England. We've got Charlie Escott to the bottom of the screen, and he's looking across for Lorcan, and he doesn't quite haul it in. It was just a bit outstretched for him. So I mean, fiery start to the game here. 7-0 to the University of Nottingham, and yeah, we will see what they go with. Obviously, these two teams originally one team many years ago, the Nottingham Outlaws. Split in about 2013, though undoubtedly I'll get a text telling me that it was actually 2012 because I'm always 1 year out. And then it took until 2016 for the green and gold to win their first game against Nottingham Trent Renegades. That was in Varsity 2016. While our camera decided.
I don't know what our camera's doing. I apologize.
Our camera doesn't want to play ball.
Fake handoff, screen out to the left.
And that is.
Damn it! Come on, camera. Work with me.
Oh god, we said we were setting it up in a hurry and the camera has decided it is going to be very laggy today. I'm not entirely sure what happened there because the Trent guy drived on the ball late. I wonder whether it was fumbled, but fumbled out of bounds. You really have been watching the technical difficulties this morning. So here we are. Let's just see what we got going on here. Charlie Escott, the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. Tafumi Lara in the background. Lorcan England, tight end. Balaji Adewale. And number 14, I'm not entirely sure who number 14 is. And that is a handoff. Tafumi Lara, he's got a hole. Breaks it outside behind the block of Lorcan England. He is flown into the air. Does he score? Touchdown! University of Nottingham. Tafumi Lara going full helicopter over the top of the defender. And he gates it in for the score. University of Nottingham 12, Renegades 0. So here we are. Let's see. After I don't know whether it was an incomplete, a missed PAT or just an incompletion on the 2-point conversion, but it looks like we are coming out in the heavy formation here. George at quarterback, Jonathan and Benfo at up back. George steps up under centre. Are they going to go for the tush push? They are. They're pushing. They're driving, and they are going to be marked short. Yep, they give it as no good. No good there. University of Nottingham 12, Renegades 0. So while we've got a bit of time and we're desperately trying to make sure everything is sorted out here for you, we'll just talk you through it. Yep. So 2016, the first time that the University of Nottingham beat the Nottingham Trent Renegades. The Renegades had won 7 in a row up to that point, and so that was a big night. Varsity of the 2016 series there for the University of Nottingham. They sort of traded varsity wins there between 2015 and 2017, and then it's been all University of Nottingham since, with I think 4 or 5 varsity wins in a row now. Obviously, these teams, Trent being in Division 1, University of Nottingham being in the Premier North, they only meet once a year at varsity. They used to meet like 3 or 4 times a year. We're just trying to swap laptops, and we're hoping that the joystick will start working. There we are, and I think we've got a much smoother picture now as well. Running it on the much more powerful laptop.
My goodness, folks, I am sorry. I'm sure we'll get accused of not being professional, but considering I've had to
Wait, we were ever accused of being professional?
Yeah, there's that. But I had 2 laptops here. I had to switch between plays.
Yeah, and here we are. Interesting kickoff formation for the University of Nottingham. And it is a chip onside kick, and the ball goes out of bounds. Just a bit too much there from Joel Duggan. Oh, big fan of Andrew Wilkins there, the Trent coach, waving his arms on the sideline. Obviously,
he had to make sure everyone knew it was out of bounds.
Everyone knew it was out of bounds. Obviously, like I said, many of us have played with these guys before. I've played with Wilkins for 2 years at the Caesars before I retired. So
I mean, heck, I played for Trent.
You played for Trent as well. And then look at you now. Obviously, Raphael Monsusi played for Trent.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Not Omasusi, as they seem to call him on the stream on Tuesday, which was I'm sure he enjoyed very much.
But yeah, it's no, I've been on both sides of this rivalry, and the thing is, you love being part of something that's competitive.
Yeah.
And it's what a great way to end the season, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so every year, no matter if you win the finals, lose the finals, go to the playoffs, don't go to the playoffs, you get to end American Football University season in Nottingham right here in this game. It's always fun to be a part of.
It's always fun to be a playoff. I mean, there are guys I know come in with all sorts of knocks, and they go, "You're not taking me out of this game."
Yeah.
These are the games that you want to stay around for.
I was on Trent.
Here we are. Here we go. Very big fake, and I think they're going to call him. I think he was still moving forward.
Yeah, illegal formation.
Yeah.
See. So what they tried to do, they had the quarterback moving out, like as if he was motioning to like, oh, something's wrong, or maybe I'm motioning out the receiver.
Yeah.
Direct snap to the running back, but you got to be set.
We all got to set up and get yourself set there. Obviously, change at quarterback from last year. Last year it was Jorge playing quarterback for the Trent Renegades, and now we're back to Liam.
Jorge's playing.
He's playing at Barcelona.
Yeah,
last
in Spain,
year. Yeah. I mean, he was playing at Barcelona. Jorge, if you're watching, I hope that collarbone gets better soon.
Yeah. I saw his on Instagram recently.
Yeah.
And now Liam's in it under center, or in the case shotgun.
Yeah.
And is Liam's on the Great Britain team, right?
Liam's on the Great Britain team now. I mean, there's a lot of talent here at Nottingham. In both Nottingham teams, is it 4 guys from Trent on the GB team?
I think so. It's 3 or 4, yeah.
And they've definitely had 5 or 6 go to the All-Star game in Coventry in a few weeks' time. So here we are, drop back, play action. Liam throws it out into the flat, and that is caught.
Oh, that's some nice defensive back work. Who is that?
That's Isaac Foster.
Isaac with the great tackle. You love to see a closeout there. But that being said, a nice completion for the Renegades.
And while we're here, is he on the field? Because otherwise this is going to be a bit strange. I don't know if he is, but number 20, Mickey Fisher, coming back to the University of Nottingham for his 2nd degree. Of course, his 1st degree, Nottingham Trent.
Yeah.
So Mickey Fisher has been on both sides of the ball here. As I think we've ended the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I believe we have.
Well, we managed to get the technical difficulties.
And everything's relatively ironed out. We have 2 laptops running, and a TV, and a microphone borrowed from a medical. Who was it? A medic?
One of our physios borrowed.
Why did they have a microphone?
Because I don't know. I just put a text in our group chat. And he's in our group chat, just saying. I was like, "Does anybody have a microphone?" And he was like, "Yeah, I've got one. I've got a random like USB headset that I was going to use if it
Perfect.
all
What more
went
could
wrong."
you want? See, that's called be prepared, right there.
That's called be prepared. Thank you, Teach First, for donating that one to me. Where's my partner's work one? I was like, I'll bring it and take it home.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear. So here.
Well, then we have 3/4 of organized stream.
Well, as
I
organised
think
as
we should do
are.
Varsity stream drunk next year.
University of Nottingham would definitely not allow that. There we are, drop back. Liam looking out is a swing pass to his running back, and that's Billy Baloney trying to take him down, and he is eventually taken down for about a 3-yard loss, I believe.
I don't even know if we're allowed to talk about drinking, so let's say Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's what you were on about.
So I was saying every time someone scores, you have to drink a soda.
Yeah, that's well saved, Sean. Well saved.
Oh my goodness!
So here we are. I believe we're going to be 2nd down and 12 for the Renegades.
It's if I'm here next year after that comment. All of a sudden, Mark Bullock from the sports office comes in and just stream gets pulled midway through. Here we go.
So, Trent coming out. It looks like we've got
tight end formation.
Tight end formation. You got doubles to the bottom of your screen, running back in the backfield, set off to the right. Liam trying to direct the offense. Here we are, jet motion, and it is drop back pass. It's thrown over the middle, and that's caught over the middle and then wrapped up by number 21.
Man. That's a well executed play.
That is a great play. Yeah, it suck everyone down and then get them through on the seam from the tight end.
That Y pop. That's what they call that in that system. You got the Y pop, or I don't know what it's called anymore, but just whoever your tight end is called, just a little pop pass real quick, maybe even sell a run block.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to get the linebacker to bite, and excellent execution to get that first down, or at least close to it. Looks like they're debating. It's got to be a first down.
It's got to be a first down. He was clear by about 2-3 yards.
We're talking about something. Hello, Mr. Referee Man. What's the word here, Mr. Ref? Oh! There's an unnecessary refness penalty on University of Nottingham, so it's going to be a first down plus quite a bit. That's why they hadn't moved the chains yet. They're waiting for the flag. Well, that's not what you want to see if you're Nottingham.
Yeah, it's a strange one, that one, because like I said, we're as much as we're both University of Nottingham coaches, we're trying to be impartial here just to make the stream interesting. I must admit, I didn't really see anything.
But again, we usually watch the ball carrier. Maybe it happened on a blocker or somebody, that sort of thing.
Maybe off the side, who knows?
We'll see.
So here we are, Trent coming out in this king formation, tight end to the left, full back to the left, running back in the backfield. They've run a lot of stretch out of this so far. I wonder if they'll go to this again. And it's a drop back pass. Liam looking deep. He's looking to the corner, and that is. It's just dropped. Number 21 there, just dropping it.
Just off the hands.
Is that Josh Moyebo? Because we've decided that obviously this is varsity, we want everybody to play. We've had to get guys in gold jerseys who have normally played for the green team, and there is a little bit of, I can't quite work out exactly who everyone is because they're not always wearing their exact same number.
Yeah. Well, some of them fight over the same numbers, so it'd be like, "Oh, Finn's out for the day. Can I wear 13?"
Yeah,
it's like,
very much so.
Wait a second.
Hope you're having a nice time in Canada, Finn. If you're watching.
No, Deion Sanders, he coached Prime. He says you got to earn your jersey number. Here, they just fight over it pregame sometimes.
So here we are. I'll tell you what, that's a stellar defensive line. Benji Kadugu, Eli Lewis, Timmy Adewale, and Elliot Ray there make it the defensive line. So here we go. We've got this heavy set here for the Renegades, and it is a swing pass out to the side, and that is incomplete. Sorry, I don't know if you can see this. We're just having some issues with keeping the two. We've got 2 laptops running, just trying to keep them moving all at the same time.
Do you have a vent? I think it's overheating.
It's overheating.
Get one of those little desks. There's one behind you.
Yeah.
So our laptop's just getting a little hot, so I think that's why the cameras are going in and out a little intermittently. So we'll try to keep that ventilated.
Let's try and keep that moving.
Here we go. Well, how convenient that they did that after.
Yeah.
They had like a timeout while we were fixing the cameras. That's nice.
Cheers, fellas. Thank you very much for
Cheers.
that one. Make our lives easy.
I don't know how you got the signal, but yeah, they're in that. Well, they probably call this something other than King, but they got a fullback in.
Yeah.
Liam drops back, scrambling around, trying to buy some time. He's got a player out in the flat, but that is dropped.
It's dropped straight through the hands there. I mean, great pocket presence there from Liam. He sees the rush coming off the side from Elliot Ray, steps through. Yeah, I mean, Liam, good quarterback. I played with him for 2 years as well at Caesars. Obviously, you've coached with him at Caesars as well and played with him. So Yeah, we know, like we said, we know a fair few of these guys.
And Liam, I mean, he's gotten better each year, obviously.
Yeah.
I especially want to highlight his arm strength has gotten better over the years. You get those quarterbacks that kind of start out as more focused on like accurate passes underneath stuff, because it takes a while to develop that in-game arm strength, and we're starting to see that more from him. And that's one of the things that I think helped him make GB when he went to those trials and he got to air it out a bit.
So here we are. We've got jet motion from the top of your screen, and it is a play action fake, and he's looking, and it is. Okay, was that? Oh, it was 4th down. That was what we call in the game a tactical bat down.
Yeah, for a second I was, why wouldn't you catch that? You clearly could have gotten it, but it's 4th down.
Isaac going for the one-handed bat down. I must admit, I love it. So, expect fireworks here. Expect all sorts of trick plays. We've already seen the University of Nottingham run a flea flicker, 2 onside kicks from the University of Nottingham. I wouldn't be surprised if the old hook and ladder made an appearance, probably on both sides of the ball, actually. Both teams like to run a good hook and ladder.
At some point, the hook and ladder has happened so much in varsity, you almost want both sides to try to revenge it.
I mean, I must admit, Trent opened last year, opening play was a hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Nearly took it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
The only reason they didn't, I think, was one of the players, Henry Scanlon, worked out it was a hook and ladder because the running back was leaving the backfield too quickly.
Well, that's what happens when you copy each other's plays, and that's going to happen in this series.
All motion for Balaji. Oh, Balaji, turn around. He's taking it off, and he is taken down.
Great play by that defensive
Great play
end.
by the linebacker there. He comes in. He's not bit on the misdirection. He's gone and taken Balaji down in the backfield for a loss of about 2.
And if you're a new player, I mean, that's the teach tape you want. When you're an edge player, whether it's the end, whether it's linebacker, depending on the scheme, you want to be able to bite down but keep that contained while still being able to make it. You basically covering 2 guys with 1 player. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Did a great job.
Yeah. So here we are. We're going to be 2nd and 12 for the University of Nottingham. Who's on the offensive line here? We've got Frank Bongwalanga, left tackle. Victor Sogsperson, old NTU player, at left guard. Lewis Thomas at centre. DT at right guard. Dan Long at right tackle. We've got jet motion, and it is handed off. It's taken on the handoff by number 31. I must admit, I don't know who that is. Sorry, whoever you are, I don't know who you are.
It's not Teddy, is it?
No, because if it was Teddy, he wouldn't be as tall as everybody else.
I was just trying to think back, running backs from the green team that might be up today.
Sorry, Teddy, we love you up here in the booth, but you are very distinguishable by the fact you're a head shorter than everyone.
Don't you mean he can hide behind the tall O-line of UON?
That's what we mean.
So you put him behind Frank and Lewis and Victor, and you could only see his feet.
Yeah.
That's a tactical play.
The old hide the running back play.
Hide the running back play.
31, I think, is Luke Jeffkins.
Well, there you go.
When you just get a shot of them as they're running out. Here we are in empty. Robbie Rao takes the ball and he's dropping back. He's looking deep. He's gonna have to scramble out. He's gonna have to make some magic here happen. And Robbie. Oh no, Robbie. Oh,
his knee hit the ground.
Yeah, his knee hit the ground.
Remember, we play basically NCAA rules. So once your knee's on the ground, you're down, regardless if someone touches you. It's mostly for safety.
It's safety reasons.
Because if you think about a scrambling quarterback there, if your knee hits the ground and then you try to get up, you could get flattened by 3 guys.
Yeah, you get flattened by someone because you don't think you're down.
You don't want any confusion on that.
No, not at all. So
ended up losing about 15. That's not what you want.
Losing a fair chunk, and they're going to come out to punt here, I believe.
I would hope so.
I mean,
4th and 30.
I mean, I must admit, fake punt very much on today.
Could be anything. Drop kicks.
Fake punts, fake field goals.
Robbie punting.
You
think Robbie can punt? I bet you can.
I bet Robbie can punt. We've got Danlow out here to punt. The president going out in his final game, coming out here to punt. As we wait for one
PhD, or master, whatever's next.
It would be a PhD.
PhD. I don't even know what he can get a PhD in this field, but go nuts.
I'm sure you can get a PhD in computer science. And the punt is away, and it is a booming kick.
That's a nice punt. Nice
it's
little
taking
friendly
a University of Nottingham bounce, and it's going to go out somewhere around the 37.
Yeah, 37. Well, nice spotted right by the UON player. How handy.
Yeah, we're going to see where the spot is given. I think, about 37, 38, Trent are going to take over with the ball. I think me and you, Sean, let's just have some fun in the booth for our
Like
game.
I said, I get some soda up here.
Yeah.
Some Red Bull and other substances like Coca-Cola or other brands like Pepsi or any brand, really.
Any other brand is available.
And sponsorship's also available. I'm sure the Uni could work with you.
Yeah. If you're watching the stream and you'd like to sponsor the University of Nottingham Gold or even the Nottingham Trent Renegades, but the University of Nottingham first, of course, please get in contact.
Because after this stream, they're going to want to do that.
Yeah, the professionalism of this stream.
Oh man,
I must admit, I've had a few texts saying, "Will you come back and commentate next year?"
Were they hopeful? In which direction?
Here we are, handoff.
Oh, that's
great
a nice
hole,
shoot.
great hole, and that is a tackle. Mickey Fisher, maybe Mickey's been thrown a bung and he's missed a couple of tackles there.
That's a really good hole and a great cut.
That was a great hole by the Trent O-line. Who have we got? Is Gus is playing on the O-line?
Yeah,
is Jordan McCabe still there?
I don't know. I think so. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Paul Sherritt's coaching their offensive line this year.
That was a big get for them.
He's an excellent offensive line coach.
And is Lloyd Stone there as well on their offensive line? I can't quite remember their coaching staff.
I'm not sure if Kenny's playing today. I'd have to kind of scan and get a little closer to the offensive line. But one of my under-19 players is at Trent as well. And whenever anything we'll go
hand off,
this
great hole. Jensen Bosworth, the defensive most improved player for the University of Nottingham, making the tackle there. Obviously, I can say some stuff like that because we had our awards on Friday night. So Jensen Bosworth, I think deservedly so, defensive most improved player.
Yeah. What I was just going to say is whenever in practice, whenever that Kenny. Oh, there's Kenny. I think he's 52 today. Is he? I can't see that far. Kenny, if he does something, I'll say, I know Paul coaches you like that. So if I wanted to be tougher, I'll say, you do what Coach Paul says. If he messes up, I'll say, I know Coach Paul didn't teach you that. And you see that. I mean, the whole offensive line of Trent is really doing well this year.
Yeah, they are doing well. Looks like University of Nottingham here in a heavy front 5 defensive line, hands in the dirt. We've got Bunch to the top of your screen. Liam takes the snap and he hands it off and he's met by Eli Lewis.
Yeah, drags him down by the ankles.
Eli Lewis drags him down. I'll tell you what, they've done a good job containing Eli so far today. Eli is, probably one of the toughest defensive line players you're going to see this year, and I think they've done a really good job of containing him today. We're about 4th down and 5 here for the Renegades. It looks as if they're going to come out to punt. Like I said, expect this to be snapped to the shield and thrown, possibly. Maybe a run. Anything is on the cards.
I mean,
today.
heck, do something. Have you seen the size of that long snapper? That's the tallest long snapper I've ever seen.
I'll tell you what, long snapper's generally quite short, right. And the ball is snapped back, and it is actually it's nearly blocked, but it is actually punted. Oh my god! Oh, chaos here. You would expect the University of Nottingham players to run away, and eventually they do. Ball down at about the 27-yard line.
I'm not sure if the ball was hit by any of the defenders, but I think the punter at least had to change his kicking motion.
Yeah, he definitely had
to. At least had to change his kicking motion, which obviously is... But all things considered, when you have a guy a few inches from your...
Yeah, when you've got a guy a few inches from you, you're going to have to change the kicking motion. Sorry, we just worked out that the quarter is wrong. We're in the second quarter and we never actually changed it. Hang on, I'll sort that. I'll do it. So here we are. University of Nottingham. We've got orbit motion from the top of the screen. And the ball's on the floor. It's on the floor. Can it be picked up? Robbie Rao scoops it up.
Oh, my goodness.
He's running out to the sideline. And it is... Is that caught? There's no way.
My goodness.
Oh, and there's a pile... I think Robbie Rao made some magic, but God knows what's happened here. I saw a ref give a brief University of Nottingham signal.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, Robbie Rao, take a bow, son. He's picked that up off the floor.
That's a first down.
It's a first down as well. Oh my God!
My goodness! I was sitting there trying to track the ball. He scrambles back 25 yards, and then he darts it across the field. I couldn't even follow it. My goodness.
Sorry, folks. The camera input we've got here is not the most responsive, so we try and do it. By that point, Robbie's gone off your screen.
Well, Robbie could always outthrow my cameras, but it doesn't make it easy when he scrambles 25 yards one way and then throws it 35 yards the other way.
No. So here we are. We've got doubles here. Toff in the backfield, and Toff takes the ball. Great move there. Great block by DT. Toff taking it around the outside. He's taking it up the sideline, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 30, 35-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Now, that hole opened up. He got to the second level, and then he made a really good little gallop step out to the right. And that's really what opened up that run. Big hole on the right side. Patient runner that could then explode. Really good job.
Toff Lala, not done yet at the University of Nottingham either. He's back next year. I mean, for a lot of these guys, there are guys that are graduating today and will be playing their final game here for the green and gold. So let's have a look what we've got. We've got, again, doubles, Toff in the backfield. We've got George slot to the top of your screen. It's a play action fake. He's got a free runner in his face and he's going deep. And it is... Oh, the lawnmower cannot haul it in. Oh, that was so close. I did ask the lawnmower if he scored to do a celebration, and because he scored, I'm worried I'm not going to get to see it. Oh, we've got a guy down on the field and he's being held up.
Back up.
Yeah, that's DT. That's fine. DT complaining that he has no knees.
I believe DT started as a tight end in his first practice.
Wow.
Then I saw him do a few steps of run blocking, and I went over to the O-line coach, which I believe was Coach Beef at the time.
It would have been Beef at the time.
And I said, no, he's one of yours.
Yeah. off you go.
And he's done an excellent job stepping up, doing that. And hopefully he's okay. Little tweak, but I think he's okay.
It's all right. I think DT basically has no knees.
That's par for the course at this point. That's par for the course,
yeah. So here we are. Snap back. It is a drop back pass. Blitz picked up by Tofumi Lala, and it's thrown down the sideline. That's great defense there by the Trent DB.
I might be looking for a flag there.
Well,
in the backfield.
Yeah, we've got something.
I don't know if it was a hold or a late hit. I had my eyes downfield.
We panned off it, so I'm not entirely sure.
There is a flag in the backfield.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a hold on the offense. Are they going to move it back, or are they going to decline it? It's going to be an interesting one on 2nd and 10. Do you go 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 20? No.
Well, considering Robbie could apparently scramble backwards and then gain a first down, I wouldn't give him any extra chances. If he gets an incompletion, I would just take it. But we'll see.
They've kept it at 2nd down. I believe they're going to move it back. Sorry, Robbie. We know you want that for your highlight film, but you're not going to get it. So here we are. We're going to be 2nd and 20 for the gold.
Are lawnmowers known for their ability to catch things?
I'm going to go with no.
We might need a different piece of farm equipment if he starts catching.
What, is he going to be a combine harvester?
Sure.
If he starts
That should be Finn's nickname, the Combine.
Yeah, tenuous at best. Drop back, and it is a screen out to Belong.
Oh my goodness!
And he's being dragged down from behind.
Oh, that's a really, really sexy move for not that many yards.
To be fair, I think he's...
he gained a few.
I don't know how many he's got there. Balaji is one of the shiftiest guys you've ever played with. We've spoken about this before, but I've seen Balaji run up towards the left-hand end zone, see one guy, and then end up in the right-hand side of the end zone just because he felt like scoring over there.
Probably used to rugby.
Yes, definitely used to rugby. Being from Dartford, which he claims is in London.
Well, that sounds like it's up for debate.
We've got Charlie Escott to the bottom of your screen, his final game for the green and gold. George in the slot, his final game for the green and gold. Balaji in the backfield because I think he felt like he wanted to run the ball a bit. And I think that's his final game for the green and gold. Jonathan Benfo moving, not his final game for the green and gold. He's only a fresher.
Here we go, got some time.
And he's going deep, and it is thrown, and it is overthrown. Charlie Escott. Oh man.
I think that's
Trent DB didn't do anything to that. Let Charlie Escott go free, but gives him the big old incomplete.
That would have been an incompletion on air.
Yeah. Hang on. We've got hand signals, but we've got to change. I think. Oh, hang on. It's the punt unit seems to be coming on. So maybe I'm not sure how you can do a hold after the play, but they were 2nd and 10. Then they held for 2nd and 20, and that was that play.
But you missed a play.
Okay.
Yeah.
So whoever accuses us of being professional, we're really not.
You aren't. No, I'm just kidding. Here's a punt. My goodness.
I'm dreadful at this.
Dan knows ready to. Hey, they keep asking for you to come back.
Well, I don't know if they ask more. I told them I'm gonna do the commentary. Here we are. So we've got late guy creep up onto the line. Balaji stacks up to the right. The snap is back. Oh, Danlow's got pressure in his face as he gets it away. And that ball takes a Trent bounce and it is downed by the lawnmower.
Yeah, that's a smart play by George. Not a great punt.
No, pressure in his face again.
Yeah. Well, we've seen that twice now. Trent had one where the punter had the changes, is like no actual contact on the ball from what we could see. But now there's 2 punts in a row, one for each team, where you've had to dramatically change it due to rush. Also means probably by the end of this game we'll see a block punt at some point. Quite
possibly. I mean, it's one of the difficulties with Varsity. It's played so close to the end of the season that these teams, are generally so beat up by the end of the season they don't get time really to practice.
Yeah.
But this really is an exhibition game for bragging rights. There's no BUCS points available. We're just going for bragging rights here. I think we got Chikalundu here at defensive end, playing defensive end at the bottom of your screen. Who else we got out there? I can't quite tell. Jet motion, and that is a stretch handoff. and it's taken up the outside, and he runs over a man.
Like a pinball machine.
He's been watching the lawnmower as Matty Phillips gets folded.
My goodness, what a run there.
I know. Someone's been watching lawnmower
Stretch out
highlights.
there and had a pulling center.
A pulling centre? I'd love to see it.
Got to see that.
I'd
That
love
was
to see a
Kenny,
pulling
the
centre.
pulling center. Little bit of, I don't know if it was zone or power. I didn't see the whole play from that angle. I just did, he snapped the ball and he pulled. That's not something you always see. That's a very mobile lineman.
Let's have a look. I think we're at the 2-minute warning, folks. We will see what goes on. And my time, 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning here in the first half. University of Nottingham 12, the Nottingham Trent Renegades 0. It was a pulling lineman, but the problem was he didn't pull very far, and then he didn't go
He pulled
upfield.
wide and didn't get the depth.
Didn't go upfield.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. First and 10 here for the Renegades, just past halfway. They are at the 44-yard line, of course, 90-yard field.
He turned upfield and the
Jet motion.
Balls
on the spot, Liam.
It's still bouncing around. No, Liam did get it eventually.
Liam got it eventually. Please don't hurt Liam, because as much as he's the Trent quarterback, he's also the Caesars quarterback this summer. Of course, to be fair, competing quarterbacks, and Reece Dillon has gone to the Caesars as well. The Wembley Tebow.
And then the Alex Baldwin, the under-19 quarterback for the Caesars last year, going to adults. And a lot of these guys, if they're in Nottingham, a lot of them playing for the local teams. But then you got guys spanning throughout the country as well. So you got guys have going as south as Solent, as far north as, I don't know who our furthest northern player is. But I mean, both these universities have players going to play spring and summer ball all over the country, which is great. That's what you love seeing.
So here we are. We've got a bunch to the bottom of your screen. And
Timeout.
Liam calls a timeout.
What I was going to say on that run where we had that pinball bouncing off there, the people pulled out to the open field and it was so big they didn't know where to go. And then the running back just went, I'm just going to go mow someone over.
Yeah, why not?
That's great. You love seeing power runs.
Yeah, big fan of the power run.
Oh, it's been great. I mean, you and I combined, I mean, we got over a decade in this rivalry, playing and coaching and doing all sorts of things.
When did you play in?
I mean, heck, I played in 2013 or 14, I want to say.
Yeah, and I started in my first varsity was a 2016, the 15, 16
so I mean, I've got about 10 years worth of varsity in me.
Yeah.
On both sides of it. I was a player for 2 years at Trent, and then I coached for a couple, and then I came over here. I think I recently surpassed more years at UON than at Trent. And then
well done, correct choice.
But the thing is, like, we've been here for multiple coaches.
Yeah.
You know, I played against Phil Wood's teams.
I played with Phil Wood.
And then obviously Coach Jason came in.
Yeah.
And then NTU was they've had the same core, the top OC head coach and DC the whole time with Carl 80 and Coach Scott.
There we are, stretch handoff on the jet pull. And bit tackle missed by Eddie Seminoff. Can he clean up? No, he can't. And that's Mark taking him down at the halfway line.
And so it's kind of fun. You see these tendencies and you see the DNA of these. You know, all of a sudden you saw, that's clearly a Scott Messam receiver. Or that's clearly a Alec quarterback. And you start, even year to year, you get new personnel coming in, new graduates, new degrees, transfer students, all that sort of thing. And then you still get this core NTU versus UON American football, and it's so much fun.
I must admit, these teams' philosophies not massively changed over the past 7 or 8 years. I think Trent have always been really a power run team. They've gone a bit more to zone this year, but I think they've got some more agile offensive linemen they've had in years past.
But no matter what run scheme they're in, their O-line's been good for a long time.
Yeah.
As we said earlier, Sherritt's done a great job with them. Carl Walkinshaw's defense is always going to be, a solid defense. And you see that on the UON side of the ball as well. Consistent coaching staff the last few years, and it starts trickling through as a program.
Yeah, very much so. So here we are. This was a timeout taken by the University of Nottingham. Just a regroup here on defense. So I'm minute 40 left.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, we had the 2-minute warning a couple minutes ago, or a couple minutes of real time.
A couple of plays ago.
Yeah.
I think this is the one bit that people who don't watch American football that often always complain about. The last 2 minutes take about 10 to 15 minutes to get through all the timeouts and all the paraphernalia.
After this play, I'll tell you a funny story from the final. But here we have a nice tight end formation.
Liam drops back. He's looking, and he throws the shallow crosser, and it is incomplete, thrown out of bounds. Great coverage there by Mark on number 88 there for Trent.
So I was in this office filming the national final. Now I filmed just for our post game, like a film study, that sort of thing. The live stream was done by it was commissioned by BUCS. And they did a great job, for the record. It was really fun to watch. That being said, I was in the office pretty much by my lonesome, and a few staff members came in, and one of them goes, "How long's left in the game?" And I went, I don't even have a way to answer that question.
Yeah.
And I went, 15 minutes. And they said, of game time? And I went, never mind.
Yeah, here we are. Trent out to punt. The ball is snapped back and pressure again.
But
The punt
that's a nice
is
punt.
up and it is bobbling around. Get away from that, chaps. That's going to take a Trent bounce and it's going to be fielded by number 32. About the 10-yard line. Robbie Rao, can he go 80 yards for the touchdown here before the half?
I mean, heck, he can throw it 80 yards.
He can throw it 80 yards if he wants to. Sorry, folks, if you're struggling to see the cameras on the screen, it's because our laptop is deciding it does not want to play ball.
I think it's getting back now.
Yeah, I think the problem is the laptop's getting really hot. We'll attempt to do something at halftime about that.
We've already switched all the processes we can to the other computer.
Yeah.
But here we have 3 receivers out to the near your screen.
Yeah.
And now 4.
Toff in motion, and it is a quick throw out to Toff. Toff makes the first guy miss. He's looking for a block, and he's going to be taken down after. Oh, it's fumbled out of bounds, but he's going to be taken down.
And importantly, the referee said he was down before he fumbled, which means that the play clock or the game clock
clock's
continues.
going to continue to wind.
You can't. I don't even know if you're allowed to fumble out of bounds on purpose to stop the clock.
I don't know if I know because it all got banned by the Holy Roller back in the 60s when Oakland did it.
In any event.
Drop back pass. Robbie looking deep. He throws it deep. He's got a man over the middle.
Oh,
he dropped it!
Oh, he dropped
no.
it! Oh no!
Jonathan Abentfo was clear down the post.
That's a touchdown if
That's
he
a
catches
touchdown
it.
if he catches it as
goodness.
well. Jonathan, who had the big play in the final,
Yeah.
that exact play as well. Post,
Wow.
post, and he just can't quite bring it in.
Oh,
I think
man.
he overran it very slightly. He seemed to
Yeah.
want to come back to it late.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate. I mean, Jonathan, he came in as a freshman this year and has really grown over the course of this year. He's been a great receiver down the stretch for us. And particularly with a lot of graduating receivers, he's going to be big next year. Robbie looking, and he's caught. Charlie Escott gets out of bounds. Clever play from Charlie Escott. I'm going to have to be nice to Charlie because that was actually quite a good play. Me and Charlie have an inside joke where we both call each other rubbish. So I have to, when we're on the stream, I have to be very careful to make sure I actually say nice things about him.
What I was going to say is, with so many players graduating,
Yeah.
it's really nice to see some of these players come on in the second half of the year that are in their first and second season.
Very much so.
I wouldn't be surprised, given how much time is on the clock, to see some sort of trick play.
Trick play, the old hook and ladder, or flea flicker. We've already seen a flea flicker once today. Drop back pass, Robbie. Toff, he's got pressure in his face. He's scrambling out. Can we keep track of him? And I don't know if he throws it out of bounds. We've got a late flag.
As a hold as well, I
think.
think.
A hold? Oh, Dan Long.
I think what happened there, and an offensive lineman can sympathize. You kick step, you kick step, you kick step.
And the quarterback suddenly stood to the wrong side of
you.
you.
Your quarterback is on your right instead of your left, and then you say, "Oh no," and then you grab somebody. So that's what happened.
I mean, when I had to play offensive line, that was the one benefit of playing left, right, guard, and centre. Yeah. They were never really that far away from you, regardless. They were always behind you.
Mark Schlereth, who's an excellent guard, he was just being humble in the story I'm about to tell. Somebody said that he basically, somebody said, "Oh, you were great," and he says, "Oh, I just got to hang out between two Hall of Fame level a center and a tackle."
Yeah.
Now, of course, in reality, Mark Schlereth was an excellent lineman, but there is some truth to the fact that guards, there's a relative limit on how wide you have to go each play.
Yeah. Of
course, the difference being you're often lined up against nose tackles and D tackles, so maybe being in a phone booth with them isn't as fun as it sounds.
It's definitely not as fun as it sounds. I think we've got oh dear, oh no, what have we got going on here?
Maybe offsetting penalties.
Well, he gave a weird symbol. He gave this symbol of hitting the fist together, which I don't entirely know what that is.
They're at halftime, before the cheerleaders come out, they're just going to have a Oklahoma's to the death.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah, no,
I
have no idea what the hand signal
is. I've never seen that hand signal before, because it's not a targeting hand signal, because that's a hand to the side of the helmet.
Yeah, and that's good.
And it didn't seem like it was targeting anyway, so...
Maybe he just likes the Hulk.
I don't know, maybe we've put in a new rule for Varsity. Who knows?
The Hulk, those like Hulk gloves, and then you hit them together, and then it makes the noise.
So here we are. We've got Robbie on first in a very long way, I think. So Robbie drops back. He's going to try and step through the pressure. He escapes a sack. He's still looking. How is that man still standing? He throws it deep. It is. It's complete! Jonathan Benfo! He's being dragged down.
And he got out of bounds. And he got out of bounds.
Oh
That's
my
the key.
Lord.
That's the key, is that he got out of bounds. I mean, obviously a great play regardless.
Nottingham still had the timeouts, but good Lord, Jonathan, what are you... I mean, we were literally singing his praises a minute ago as he dropped the ball on the post, and then he's made up for it with that. That is field-flipping play. Suddenly we're in range of a field goal.
And let's talk about Robbie. And he's sitting there scrambling around.
Yeah.
And he gets that chuck it downfield.
Robbie, for his final game with the green and gold, and possibly for these American guys, the final game they're ever going to play, why not just hoy it deep and see what happens?
I've often said that one of the things you have to worry about when you have someone like Robbie, if you're a defense, usually you would not coach a safety to be 50-plus yards downfield.
Yeah.
Because that would generally be considered a poor use of personnel. You'd say, if the quarterback is running around and you're 50 to 60 yards downfield, you're not going to be making a play. Well, with Robbie, you might have to.
You might have to,
And
yeah.
to be fair, they did, because that would have been a touchdown if the defense wasn't smart enough to get back and stay deeper than the deepest man.
Two DBs there, I must say. Yeah.
And that's good. A lot of teams aren't going to be that disciplined. So Trent potentially stopping a score on the final drive by staying deeper than the deepest man, like you're supposed to.
I must admit, we saw Danilo, the kicker, nail a 47-yard field goal.
In the rain.
Oh, here we are. Trent out in heavy prevent defense. Look at this. There must be seconds left on the clock
seconds left here.
They can't be that long because there's no way you go out into full quarters goal line prevent. Go on, Robbie. Get something in there. Oh, it's just incomplete. Jonathan, I think that's Jonathan again. Couldn't quite get his hands on it. He's at about, I hope this guy's okay. I think he might have just taken a shot.
Yeah. We'll see, obviously.
Yeah, I hope so. Right, there we are. Physio's coming onto the field. But yeah, I think just Jonathan's, fifth, sixth to target the first half.
What a fun half of American football this has been. Close game, 12-0 leading into the half. Or obviously
I think we are the half. We are at the half.
Yeah, we're jogging in. That was the end of the half.
All right.
So 12-0 at the half.
We'll mute the microphone.
I'm going to mute the mic and do our best to fix the cameras and stuff for the second half.
Yeah.
And we'll see you here. There's going to be a halftime.
I'll
at least point. I'll point the camera. We don't have on-field audio. I'll point the cameras at the cheerleading performance.
Yeah.
And then you can watch that as well. But the mics will be muted until maybe 15, 20 minutes. Might be a bit longer because of Varsity.
20 minutes. Let's see.
Cool.
to build up slowly because people have complained about the noise. Good afternoon, folks, and we are back here for the second half of Nottingham Varsity. So, at the end of the first half, University of Nottingham Gold 12, the Nottingham Trent Renegades 0. So, interesting first half. Maybe not the first half people expected. I think people might have been expecting a few more points to be scored, but here we are. We've got a decent crowd here for Varsity. Definitely much improved on last year. We've got a lot of people who've gone inside and are going to be streaming back out in the coming minutes. But yeah, Sean, what do you think of that first half?
I thought it was an exciting half, and there's a ton of talent here in Nottingham, both sides of the ball. NTU coming in, they made the Northern semi-final this year.
Yeah.
UON obviously had one team in the national final earlier this week, or depending on how you count weeks. And then the green team was in the green team playoffs. And so there's a lot of talent. Notably, UON's playing both green and golds today.
Yeah.
And that's great to see as well. And I thought it was exciting. Big plays, lots of trick plays. We haven't seen that many trick plays lead to actual big plays. We've seen flea flicker attempted, 2 failed onside kicks. We've seen lots of, direct snaps to running backs, that sort of thing. But we haven't really seen a flea flicker leading to a touchdown. And I expect something like that in the second half.
I mean, I said it earlier, the hook and ladder is kind of a staple of the Robin Hood Bowl. I mean, I call it the Robin Hood Bowl because that's what it was called many years ago. Obviously being in Nottingham. That was always a staple since probably about 2017, 2018. Alex Sowerby taking the hook and ladder for 70 yards to finish the game off many years back.
A game that was already finished off, I might add.
Admittedly, we called a timeout with 2 seconds left to run that play. It was his final play of his career.
I was on the pink
and
sidelines.
He hadn't scored up until that point. He'd always had touchdowns called back. So we joked that we'd get him a score in his final game, and it just so happened on the final play we were like, let's run it.
I was on the pink sidelines for that one, and I definitely remember. Wait a second now.
Yeah.
2 seconds left, you call a timeout so you can run a trick play. But you know what? It's Varsity. This, no.
Here we go, onside. Well, a little chip
kick.
Oh, it's... I think George Fair caught that. I can only presume by the fact that he didn't move and didn't decide he wanted to run someone over.
Well, and also, maybe we don't, like you said earlier, these UON played a game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so they might have not installed kickoff, pooch kick with George as an up back. I mean, you know what I mean?
I think George has played enough football to know what's going on to run that ball forward. So here we are, University of Nottingham to start with the football. The starter's still in here for Nottingham. Robbie Rao, George Dominguez, Balaji Adewale. That looks like Jonathan Benfo and Charlie Escott as the receivers. George takes it to the sideline. He's got a hole. He's got a crease. And here we go. George Dominguez. And he's going to be taken down by, looks like the hair. The big long hair coming out the back of the helmet. The 21-yard line. Those chains have got to get moving.
Great run and maybe get a haircut.
Maybe. George, do not get a haircut. We love
it.
It
does
hair.
look really nice.
It looks great.
It just depends on if you like getting tackled by it.
So there we are. I mean, huge play. I think a great seal block there by Lorcan England on the left side there.
Good job, Lorcan.
At tight end. Good job, Lorcan.
And good job, George, following it.
Yeah, good job, George.
Can't tell you how many running backs miss holes. It's quite frustrating, and George is not one of them.
Here we are, Robbie in the pistol almost. George set off behind him, and it is a dive to George. George cuts it outside. He's being chased. He cuts inside. He's got a hole. He's going to be taken down. Oh, bosh. Who was that? Was that Lewis Thomas in his final game for the green and gold? It was indeed. Lewis coming in and clearing out a DB. That's gonna be sad to see. Lewis, the Stephen Brittle Player of the Year, Coaches Player of the Year this year for the green and gold.
Well deserved.
Well deserved, Lewis as well in his final game for the green and gold. He's we can only make this joke one more time. Obviously, he's going to go and play for the Milano Seamen.
You were joking this whole time?
No.
I mean, that is who he's playing for.
That is who he's playing for.
Anyway, Robbie, back to pass.
Oh, Lewis in at left guard, back at his traditional left guard spot. Robbie back to pass, and it is... Is it picked off?
Yep.
It's picked off at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Okay, so after 2 big runs, Robbie with pressure in his face. And I tell you what, it's not great starting position.
I was going to say, I mean, obviously NTU's happy to stop. But do you want to be at your own 1 yard line against this defensive line?
Yeah, if Eli Lewis walked out onto that field, I would be scared.
Just to highlight Lewis a little extra here, obviously there are a lot of great players on this team, but with him winning that award, it's obviously great recognition. Lewis, one of the best linemen in Europe. Period. That's not just me saying it. He's been ranked that by other bodies, governing bodies, ranking players. And he bumped into center this year. He was slotted into center about midway through the year. And the
No,
whole,
no, midway through the second game.
Yeah. Well, the whole offensive line really gelled once that happened.
Yeah.
Um,
It was something about the centre who had to play before that. He wasn't very good, apparently.
was it you?
It was me. That's why I could say that.
But my point is that he really stepped in and really changed that.
Yeah. So here we are. I'm presuming it's going to be a run. It is a dive handoff, and it's taken up, and it is broken down. Attempted strip of the ball there by, looks like, number 4, Jensen Bosworth, and he's taken down for a gain of about 2.
And that's all you really want to do on a play like that. You're at your own 1, get out to the 5,
get
now
yourself
you
some
can
yardage.
open up the playbook.
Yeah, here we are. So, I mean, I'd presume a dive here, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm going to use just the rest of this half just to talk about the team this year. I think it's been a good year for the green and gold. Obviously, losing the final, not what you want, but,
First program in history to have 2 teams win a playoff game on the same day in the UK.
Well, have 2
or in the
teams
same
win a
season at all.
in the same season at all.
And they happen to be on the same day.
Yeah. So here we are, and it is a stretch handoff. He's got Seal on the outside. Eddie Semenov being blocked there. And the running backs cut it back in. He's still going. Can he be taken down? Josh Moyebo taking him down at about the 23, 24 yard line. That was a great run there by Trent.
But in addition to the great run, it was an absolute killer block by,
Yeah.
I think it was their tight end or their right tackle.
Yeah.
It was on the right side of the line.
Whoever was that lead
Just
blocker on the right side of the line.
absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
What a great block. Number 88, you got a seal block in outside zone, and then you had
the fullback
coming in here. You can't draw up and execute a run play better than that,
No, so
especially from your own end zone.
So here we are, Trent first and 10. They've got doubles to the bottom of your screen. I think they're going to go back to that stretch here. And I'm wrong. It's a dive.
Well,
He's bent it into a stretch. He's got a hole there. He's got a crease, and he's taken down. Josh Moyebo again coming in from third level at safety to take that down. The Nottingham defense really needs to start stepping up here. Big runs. It's not what you'd expect.
Kind of looking like a little bit of Mike Shanahan run scheme. You get these big open field blocks by fullbacks, tight ends that can do seal blocks like an offensive lineman. When you get that type of flexibility out of your blockers, you can really make plays. You go in with the late substitution here.
Number 28 coming in to step in at Mike linebacker. Jensen Bosworth taking a step off. Liam drops back, looking for the pass. He's looking for the corner route, and it is broken up. That's a great play by the DB.
Got his hand in there without making too much contact.
I'm going to call his name for the third play in a row. Josh Moyebo there.
There you go.
Going in straight over the top. Not getting the PI either, which is very difficult when you're in trail technique on a corner. Liam with a well-thrown ball. He just left it arguably a couple of inches short, but that's a hell of a thrown ball.
It was inches, of course. So,
that's a hell of a play by the DB there. So here we are. We're going to be 2nd and 10 from about the 39, 38 yard line. So I wonder what we're going to see here. Trent coming out. They've got a tight end to the right, full back to the right. This running back. Again, apologies, I don't know who you are. Unless that is McCorkindale Brown, in which case I know who you are, but just can't get your name. He's got a dive up the middle, and he's not yet wrapped up, and he's still going. He's picked up about 8 yards. Straight up the middle of the Nottingham defence there. They really need to step up in the middle.
A few outside runs, stretch out the defence, punch it up the gut.
Yeah.
Good play calling. Have they had a throw this drive yet?
Just that one, the play before.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, so mostly runs.
Mostly runs, yeah.
I was saying you can run up the gut, run up the gut, run up the gut, run wide, mix it up. It's going well so far for them on this drive. See if they can keep it up.
Yeah, let's see what they do.
Well, UON's responded. Look at the box now.
The box is being stacked, but we've got the nasty bunch trips to the top of your screen attached tight to the line. We've got Mickey the Fish creeping down and creeping back from safety. Here's a handoff. Almost there by number 62. Lewis Thomas in on the defensive line.
Oh, look at him go.
Lewis Thomas stepping in on the defensive line.
Play. You said, we need a stop on a run play. Put in Lewis Thomas.
Lewis Thomas. Oh, I mean, the man does it all. Offense, defense. He'll do PAT. I was going to say special teams.
I imagine he's on something.
He's on at least one special team. We got a Trent guy down on the field here, and Physio's going to be attending. So yeah, I mean, we've got a bit of a pause in the action here. So we're going to be 1st and 10 for the Renegades from about the gold 41 going in.
That's my Kenny that's hurt.
Oh, is it your Kenny? Oh dear.
He plays center for me. He's a great player.
I hope he's all right then.
Yeah, no, I mean, he started for us last year at Caesars under 19, and then he played at Trent this year, did a great job, and then he's playing for us again. He's actually still eligible for under 19 ball, so he's getting helped up now. Looks like he'll probably be okay in the long run.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's a long season for all these guys.
I mean,
And some of them play summer ball right away, some take it off.
Yeah. Notts have played 10 games this year, and Trent have played 9 games this year, so this is obviously the 11th and 10th game, respectively, for these two. And obviously, for people who are used to rugby seasons playing 15, 20 games, you don't understand the toll it takes. Just 10 games is like a 20, 25 game rugby season.
It's a different type of contact. I mean, obviously rugby, tremendously athletic sport.
Oh, agreed.
Obviously, you and I have had teammates that were county level or higher rugby players who then came to American football. So absolute respect for it. It's just they're two different sports when it comes to how they affect the body.
Lewis Thomas with the rush. Lewis Thomas with the pressure. Liam bails out and it is overthrown. I'm sorry. All I want to complete today is to see Lewis drop into coverage.
We had a fumbled snap there as well. So
Was it a fumble? No, it wasn't. It was a play action.
No, the ball was on the ground, man.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
The ball wasn't. Was the ball on the ground?
Yeah, it was. You sit there act like I'm crazy.
Well, we'll find out whether the ball was on the ground or not. Oh, I apologise. The ball was on the ground, and Liam executed quite a nice.
Thank you very much.
Quite a nice little.
Thank you very much.
I'm very sorry.
Eagle-eyed Sean Endicott right here. The ball didn't even hit the quarterback. Went straight into the side.
I must admit, at this point, I'm just watching Lewis to see if he gets pressure.
You know what? That's fair.
Lewis and Eli on the interior. We got a quick jet motion. Liam catches the ball. It's a screen, and it is caught. There's not men there. And they've converged on him eventually, and the scrum ensues, and they've not blown a whistle.
Look at him go!
That was
Talk about rugby.
I'm about to say that was something I noticed on Tuesday night. They let scrums go for like 5-6 seconds.
One of the things with so in American football, for those new to the sport, generally speaking, you wouldn't have that type of play last very long. There's no like bind, set, lock kind of like anything like that.
Yeah, the rule is you've got to keep progressing forward.
And that's what happens. What if the running back is moving forward, like one slow step at a time? Well, it's still technically progress.
I think that kind of one gets blown dead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's why you see that if you're inching forward, then they often don't blow that whistle.
So here we are, Trent back out in that nasty bunch, and it is a handoff. Taking it up the middle, Jensen Bosworth with the first contact, number 17. Benji Kadugu was the second contact, and he's taken down. That's going to be about 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
I'm really impressed by the front of NTU today.
I'm very impressed by those guys.
And not just the O-line. I mean, obviously they're doing great too. But tight ends, fullbacks.
Tight ends, the running backs, the fullbacks, they've done a great job today for the Renegades. They've had no points to show for it, but I'll tell you what, they've done a great job, and they are marching down the field now.
And what's happening now, you're starting to see, and this is what happens when you have a good ground game. And we've seen this throughout the year. Here at UON, NTU has seen it throughout the year in their games. You start tiring out the defense, and then your O-line starts getting to the second level, and your tight ends start getting to the second.
Ball's
level.
On the floor.
Oh, no.
Liam picks it up, and it is. I think he's complete and down. Yeah,
for
and
a loss of 4.
For a loss of 3, so they're back to the original line of scrimmage here for third down. I'll tell you what, Liam, take a bow, son.
Yeah, that's the best loss of 4 yards you're going to have this year.
Yeah, for getting that ball out, that was impressive, Liam. I must admit. I had a chat with Liam at half time just to see how he thought the game was going, and he said obviously they were disappointed by not being able to get some points, but they felt positive by what was going on. But yeah, so here we are. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Renegades. We've got a substitution number.
This is probably 4-down territory if you get 5 or 6 on the first play.
Very much so. Because
you're not going to. I mean, punting from the 30.
You're not going to punt.
You're probably not going to kick a field goal. Not everybody has Dan Low.
Yeah. I might say I don't know what your field goal capabilities are like. Sorry, I've just loved seeing Lewis Thomas and Eli Lewis lined up to the same side. Oh, Lewis has been in bullied the centre. Oh, Lewis, it was so close. The ball is up, and it is. Oh, just out of the outstretched arms of the DB.
That's number 21 again.
Josh Moyebo again.
Josh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Josh Moyebo having a day. So.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's a 24.
Oh, is that Isaac Foster? No, I think it was Josh Moyebo.
It's this one. Whoever that is. 24.
That'll be Isaac Foster.
Yeah, that's Isaac.
So here we go. We're going to be 4th down and 10 for the Renegades, and I think they've taken a timeout here. Yep, Renegades take a timeout, 4th and 10. They're going to be discussing the options.
It's only a 2-score game.
Only a 2-score game.
It's a big difference. You score a touchdown here, there's a quarter left to play. Really anyone's game.
More than a quarter left to play. I reckon you've still got about 5 minutes here.
Yeah, I'd say. But my point is, you get an entire quarter plus. So score here, close game.
I'm not going to jinx it, folks, but the skies have gone grey over the David Ross Sports Village.
I don't think there's much of a jinx. It's definitely going to rain today. The question is if it's before the final whistle.
I'm doing the sensible thing now, and I'm checking the weather app. Apparently, Cloudy conditions and gusts, windy gusts, but no rain forecast.
It was quite windy this morning.
It was quite windy this morning, yeah.
Probably this storm coming in.
Yeah. So we will see what happens. But here we are. We've got the zebras having a conflab in the middle of the field.
Well, zebras don't like rain.
No, they don't.
And so they got to huddle together, try to stay warm and dry.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
So here we are, University of Nottingham. Let's see what they come out with. DC Ben Davis. He did point at his clipboard at me a half time ago. I've nearly called one of everything.
I'll also say this. Let's highlight the refs. Varsity. It's not a BUCS game. It's not a. I don't know how. It's not a BUCS points game.
It's not a BUCS game. It's a BAFA officiate. It's a BAFA game, so that's why the refs are here.
Yeah.
But it's not a BUCS game.
But you still get five officials down today.
I mean, I remember the days we used to have 8 officials because they knew what the varsity was like.
Yeah. Sometimes you needed a few extra.
Sometimes you need the 8 officials.
But I just want to thank the refs for coming down. Obviously, this is a big game for Nottingham American football as a whole, not just the uni. It's the whole community. I mean, I know people with really no direct skin in the game. Really, it's still just Nottingham American football fans, not connected to either university, and they still watch this.
Yeah,
so it's great.
Here we go.
We can have this game.
We've got jet motion, and it is taken out. Liam looking to pass.
Timmy
with the pressure. Timmy and Liam is going to be taken down.
Yeah, they're going to blow that dead before he gets thrown.
Good job, chats. Well done from Timmy for just holding him there, not throwing him down.
You kind of get that bear hug so he can't throw it,
yeah,
and then just kind of we're good.
Just hold on to it. And, yeah. That was 4th down as well.
Yeah.
That was there's a turnover on downs here for the University of Nottingham. Timmy Adewale there with the pressure. Obviously, Timmy, younger brother of Balaji. So we got 2 brothers on the field here today. One plays defense, one plays offense.
And I'm going to take a wild guess that their family's probably either here or watching because I see them a lot.
Let's have a look. I can't see them, but they are generally here.
They're usually here pretty much every game.
Yeah. So here we are. We've got. I think we've got a change at centre. Sam Potter in at centre. There we are, and it's a handoff. It's kept by Robbie Rao. This is not a handoff. Robbie Rao still going. Robbie Rao going. He's got a seam. Can he outrun the DB? Go on, Robbie. Go on. The 10, the 5. Touchdown, University of Nottingham. Robbie Rao doing what he does best and making magic happen. Taking the ball for, I don't know, about 50 yards there on the rush.
And he's an excited man. What a way to end his career with the game like this.
Yeah, University of Nottingham's MVP for this year. I mean, rightly so. Robbie Rao stepping in, taking the mantle over from Josh Greaves from last year. What a run. Robbie's the kind of QB, you look at him and you go, slide, please slide. And then he runs for a touchdown. You're like, okay, we didn't need to slide.
Once you see him in a couple games, then all of a sudden you realize that's not he doesn't need to slide. He will when he has to, but that's not something he needs to do.
So here we are, snap down, kick on the way. The kick is good, I believe.
Is that Joel?
That is Joel, number 27 there.
Who?
University of Nottingham, 19. Trent Renegades, 0.
No, I'm going to jinx him. And I'm sorry, Joel, because I'm going to...
Don't say he's made perfect extra points.
I mean, I won't say it now.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Fine, I won't.
Good, Sean. Joel's been perfect on extra points this year if you didn't guess from that one. So, of course, the next one he's going to kick, he's going to miss.
I think it's 23 in a row now.
Is that 23 in a row?
23, I think. 22 or 23.
Just update the scoreboard there for you.
23 in a row. Of course, now he'll probably miss 5 in a row and break his leg in the process.
Yeah, let's not talk about broken legs, Sean.
What? You wouldn't know, would you?
No, I wouldn't know.
I'll tell you, I hurt my knee a few years back, and now
I saw the video of that one.
Any player that has any leg injury, could be the most minor thing. It could be like tripped over their shoelace, and I'll be like, "How many ligaments have you torn?"
Yeah,
because you get nervous once you live through it.
So here we are. We've had 2 onside kicks. What's your betting for the third, Sean?
You know what? Maybe they'll surprise him and just kick it deep.
Who knows? Look at Trent here, very tight.
I'm going to start recording now. Maybe they do that break the huddle.
So here we are. They have broken the huddle.
But they do that like run into it kind of trick. Let's see if they do that.
I know that's an old varsity trick play. So we've got a weird little stack formation here, and
what the heck this is?
I don't know.
I've never seen.
Raphael Omazusi clearly having some sort of dream.
I'm going to zoom in, folks.
This is where it goes deep. Oh no, it's pooched short, and that is fielded by the Trent returner. He's got to see up the sideline.
Got to get contained.
Tofumi Lala manages to force him out of bounds. Obviously, Toff normally returning kicks rather than going and covering them. But I mean, a lot of the guys today, you'll see this won't be the normal special teams unit. These will be guys that are graduating, be their final game for the green and gold. Get them out on the field wherever you can.
I usually don't zoom in on kickoffs, but I was pretty certain it wasn't going to go deep on that
I must admit, I saw Joel's posture as he ran up to the ball. I was like, this is at least not going long.
We'll have to tell him that.
So here we are. We've got Chikalundu, Timmy, Elliot Ray, and other defensive linemen. Is that James Morrison, I think, on the end? It looks like him. It's about the right size. So here we go. Trent with the fullback. No one really covering the slot receiver. I wonder if someone's going to drive down to cover him in a minute.
I would hope so. If you're UON, run a screen pass to the guy who literally doesn't have.
There we are, and no one's got the ball.
Oh, look at that! Good breakdown.
Hey, great work, Billy Baloney.
They baited him. They were like, "Look, I'm not covering the slot," and
it's gone for no gain.
That's good. That's good coordinating right there, and good play by the defense. You bait him into that. Defense.
Yeah, Billy coming down from his his outside linebacker spot. Obviously, used to play safety. Stepped down to the outside linebacker role this year. Good fill in there for the green and gold. I think we've had a change at corner as well. It doesn't look like Isaac or Nate Lovin at corner.
Yeah, and then we had NTU's had at least some substitutions. Kenny was hurt first half. They have a new center. And then they look like they're rotating through their backfield.
Here we are. We've got a stretch. James Morrison can't quite get in. Missed tackle. And he's breaking it down. Taken down by Mickey the Fish. And Chikalundu moving back from his defensive end spot. I think that's going to be a first down. I think they're moving the chains. Yeah, that's a great run there by Trent. Again, we've said it. The Trent front seven, would you call it? Tight ends.
Yeah, I mean,
The Trent rushing offense has been pretty effective today.
I'd stick with it if you were Trent. I know we're getting late in the game, but it's still the third quarter. Yeah. You get some points on the board here, make it a competitive game.
Yeah, I mean, you still got Hail Mary opportunities come the end of the game.
Yeah, you just want to get it within a score in the final minutes. Then you can try your hooks and ladders and everything else.
So here we go. Trent back out with the fullback. We've got jet motion. Is this going to be the stretch to the far side? And it is stretched to the far side, just outrun by Chikalundu. The number 86 can't quite make it, but he is taken down eventually. We've got a bit of a push there. Calm it down, fellas. Calm it down.
Looks like the teammates have come in to help out.
Yeah, I think put the handbags away, chaps. No need for that there. I'm not entirely sure who number 86 is, because it's a weird defensive number. That was Fraser Holden, number 28, coming in there to clear it up. So here we go. We're going to be second down and about 5. They seem to be split the chains there with the down marker.
Simon, did you get to do any funny plays when you were in what you at the time thought was your final game?
Well, I mean, we didn't. I was debating coming back for the final year, but yes, took the old quarterback sneak on effectively the last play of Varsity, as it is a stretch out. He's outrun the edge of Billy Baloney. He's turned up. He's got a crease, and is he going to take it? He's taking it down to the 5. Yeah, the final play of Varsity last year, I took a little under centre quarterback sneak.
Did it work?
For 3 yards. My career ended with 3 rushing yards.
There we go. I want to highlight again this attack really good. You have you got a push down block from the right tackle, and then you have 2 guys.
Oh, Trent going fast.
Pulling there.
Yeah, Trent in the hurry up. They seem to be waiting for Elliot Ray to leave the field. I'm pretty sure the University of Nottingham only got 10 on the field because they're missing a defensive end. If Trent have noticed this and they actually run it the wrong way. They run it at the side, and it's touchdown for the Renegades.
Well, that's
dive up the middle. So there we are. So that makes it University of Nottingham 19, the Renegades 6, and we've got a guy down on the field for the green and gold.
Unfortunately, yeah. I think as well as frustration with letting someone score, it's how it happened too. If you're UON, down a player on the field at the goal line. That's not what you want to see.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Looks like this injury could take a few minutes, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the day so far, how it's been going.
I think they've done a relatively good job out here, I must admit. Obviously, we've had to turn around the stream on quite a quick time. Sorry, I'm gonna have a quiet word here. Lewis Thomas and George Dominguez have just checked in on defense. Sorry.
What, for the 2-point conversion?
If they're going for a 2-point conversion,
or you're gonna have a really fast punt blocker or a field goal blocker rather.
Yeah, I've just seen George checking on defense.
Here's number 86.
86. Apologies, you're the one person on this team right now I don't recognise.
86 is usually, that's often Lorcan, but that's not the number he's in
Yeah,
today.
and Lorcan's wearing 16 today.
Yeah.
We'll figure out who you are, and we'll work it out.
In any event, the point is
he's walked off under his own steam, so
yeah,
he's
which
seen
what you want to see. And now we have goal line. Let's see, does University of Nottingham have enough players on the field, Simon?
It looks like they do.
Well, that's a step
let's
in the right
highlight,
direction.
Stepping in at right outside linebacker, George Dominguez, the lawnmower. Eli Lewis at defensive end. This is going to be interesting. And it is a stretch. George, go on, George. Go on, George, please. Oh, he can't quite. Oh, great tackle there by number 39. Big Frank Bongwalanga there as well on defense. Sorry, Frank. This is the kind of stuff you'll see in Varsity. We've got our left tackle stepping in at defensive tackle. We've got a running back stepping in at right outside linebacker. Just send the graduating guys out there and just go have some fun.
I'm surprised Alex hasn't registered for some degree and Sal be out there for some play.
Yeah, we've always joked that
Will Hobbs from the ropes.
Yeah, we've always joked that surely we can find a degree where you do 60 credits of functional Mandarin. I'm pretty sure UCLan used to do that back in the day. They had a couple of guys who were very old, like 35. Somehow got them in on a very cheap degree granting course.
You know, back in the day before BUCS, you didn't. I don't know if they're in the rule book. You might have had to have credit hours, but before BUCS came in and helped make sure the sport was organized,
You actually had credited hours. Yeah.
Yeah, there were definitely some people on some strange courses.
Yeah.
Playing in all sorts of games. Now it's obvious. Luckily, we actually
So
have
here
rules.
we are. Are we onside kick attempt?
I don't know.
Third quarter.
They're not lined up like it, but we do have a left-footed kicker who's lined up
It
pretty
could be-
aggressively.
Could be a little pooch punt to the halfway line, and it's a little chip, and it's gone over the head of George. You're gonna have
That's
to
a
field
live
it,
ball.
chaps.
You gotta get
You're
it.
gonna field it, chaps. And he's reverse field. He's made a guy miss. Charlie Escott doing some work there. Charlie Escott, well done, son, picking that one up. Even a well done of celebration from the Trent coaches on the sideline there.
Well, it's a smart play.
it's a
You
smart
pooch it
play.
down. You give it to someone who's not used to catching kickoffs. UON at least was smart enough to pick it up. We've seen players not do that.
Yeah, I would say. I think by the looks of it, the Trent kickoff scheme is don't kick to Toff.
You know what?
I agree with you, fellas.
That's a good scheme.
Don't kick to Toff.
That's a good scheme. He's one of the better returners
one of the best
in the UK.
Yeah,
I'd
not
say.
even better.
Yeah, I would say. And then the scheme, and then everyone else on the kick return unit obviously helps as well.
Well, have we got Abdul there checking at tight ends? Yeah, we have.
Yep.
And that is a handoff. Great hole. Tofumi
Uh-oh,
Lala.
and
Has he got
speaking
the
of the-
seam? Tofumi Lala! And he's taking it over halfway line. He's going to be taken down at about the 42-yard line of the Renegades. Huge hole there, and Toff breaking it. What we just said, Toff with the ball in his hands, absolutely electric.
And he's back next year, and
He's back next year.
he's gotten even better this year. I mean, he's
yeah.
always been always, as long as I've known him, he's been a freak athlete.
Yeah.
And he was always a good running back. He really took it to the next level this year, obviously with kick returning as well.
Yeah.
So it's exciting to see what he'll do this offseason.
So here we are, just looking at the offensive line. Yeah, that is confirmed. Sam Potter in at centre. Lewis slides back to left guard where he's
He's probably happy.
where he's accustomed to playing. Yeah.
He's probably going to go pancake somebody just in celebration for, pretty close.
Here we are. It's taken by Robbie. Robbie keeps it. Robbie gets a block.
Good open field block.
I'll just go down.
Ooh.
Robbie.
Oh, no, the ball's out.
And the Renegades
Yeah, they
recover.
got it. Renegades
recover, so they are going to take over at the 38-yard line. When we said Robbie go down, that's the kind of stuff we mean sometimes.
Robbie, he got around a few guys, but then he got hit, like bang bang, like hit by one, then hit by another, and the ball came out in the second hitter.
I think we got a Trent where he stood up, but he looks a bit shaken up. I think we're going to be taking a minute here, folks, just to make sure everything's sorted out with him.
Good play by the Trent defense as well. Robbie's
Yeah,
very dangerous in the open field. They swarm to the ball. You get all the pink jerseys over in the right area, make some plays, and stuff like that happens. Somebody forces a fumble. If you have, and this is just coaching points, right?
Yeah.
For young players watching, right? Somebody else might force a fumble. If you were there to be ready to make a tackle, you're there to get the ball.
Yeah.
If you were lazy and you don't chase it, you don't get that fumble recovery.
So here we are. It looked like the Trent guy managed to walk off under his own power as the Trent offense takes to the field. No fullback here, just McGovern and the running back in the backfield. So what are we going to open with here?
We're seeing a lot of communication with the offensive line here.
I presume the communication is block number 5.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I bet you they're
And
talking
we've
about
got jet sweep reverse coming. There we go. The reverse is thrown. Huge space. He's got a crease. He's got a seam, and he's taken down by number 34.
That's what I was talking about. You could kind of see the offensive line they were kind of pointing in. So we go this way, that way. And you see the fingers pointing in
Yeah.
both directions. Cause,
It's one of those where if you see a bit too much communication, you're worried something unusual is about to happen.
Well, as speaking as an offensive lineman as well, with reverses, it's often, well, if the ball's going back and forth, are we running the way that we're faking? Are we running the way the ball's going?
Are we going to?
Because you can do naked reverses, you can do with a pulling guard, that sort of thing.
So here we are, chaps. The final quarter of American football here from Nottingham. The fourth quarter of Varsity is about to get underway. 12 minutes of game time left, and for once in a while, I'm glad to say we're not near running clock. So we're gonna get 12 minutes of game time, not 12 minutes of real time.
Yeah, unless something dramatic happens. 2 pick sixes.
You'd need more than 2.
No, you need about
19.
5. Yeah,
You'd
3 or
need-
4.
I think you need 4 scores here.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
No.
Crunch.
So here we go. Fourth quarter underway. The final quarter here for a lot of these guys on the field. It's sad. It's sad to see these guys graduate. You know, you never like to see guys leave a team, but you know we've got both teams have got young guys coming through, ready to take over next season.
And I think many people would agree with this sentiment. Playing on a university team, some of the most happy memories of my life.
Yeah, here we are. Oh, running back seems to flatten a guy, and he's got for about a gain of 4 there.
I mean, just to get a bit sentimental, including for both these teams. You know, I played for Trent. I've coached for UON. I got a lot of memories on all 4 of the colors on the field right now, in terms of jerseys and lowers. And I mean, I think joining a university team was one of the best decisions of my life.
Yeah,
I'd recommend it to absolutely anyone, whether you're new to the sport or experienced. And we both know both of these programs. So if you're at one of these unis, maybe you're watching Varsity for the first time, maybe your mate from your course or something's here playing American football, try it out. And if it ain't for you, find a sport that is. I mean, being part of sport is just what
here
you
we are,
want.
jet motion. It's a fake. Liam looking down the middle, and that is caught by the tight end running the little post route there.
That's a lot of really good motion by NTU's offense.
NTU really built in the motion after a few years ago. They weren't really a motion team, I don't think, from memory, and they've really started to build that in with these jet motions now.
It's a shame they're not in the Canadian Football League. They could do even more.
Yeah. So here we go.
Inside the 15. This is the
Inside the 20.
inside the 20, not quite the 15.
So we've got the running back in the quarterback in the pistol, running back directly behind. We're going to look at the dive here. Number 88's been great stealing the edge as well if they want to run the stretch. Jet motion again, and it is snapped high. Liam hands it off for the stretch, and the running back is taken down. It was close to a horse collar tackle, I must admit, that one.
You know, it's funny that snap was high and right if you're from the quarterback's perspective.
But you wanted
It
to hand
actually
it off that way.
took it into the handoff.
Yeah.
He's lucky it was. If it was high and left, it would have been a dead play. But here he still managed to make the handoff.
Yeah. Although I must admit, I think if Liam had seen that go high left, I think he just takes it himself.
Yeah, of course.
I've seen Liam run with the ball a few
He's
times.
quite the athletic fella.
Yeah, I had to block for him a couple of times as centre and as occasional tight end when Grant was feeling particularly cruel.
I wonder if have I blocked for Liam yet? I don't know if I have.
I don't know if you have yet.
Sometimes I get a few cheeky snaps in for the season this summer.
Here we are.
Anyway,
Drop
here's
back
Liam.
pass. He's throwing up the fade, and it is caught for the touchdown.
What a
Renegades.
pass.
What a pass.
Oh, he's on the dot. On the dot.
So, University of Nottingham 19, the Renegades 12, PAT to come. Are we going to go? I would think you'd go for 1 here and make it 6, but Liam's holding up the hands for 2.
Maybe they're just going with the momentum. I bring the fullback in and do that little stretch play that they've run so well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's
what but you know, we'll see what they do. The offense coming to life for the Renegades in the second half. I'll update the scoreboard after we know the second, the 2-point conversion.
safe trying to update it twice.
What a pass!
That was a great pass.
And obviously a great catch too, but you can't make that catch unless the quarterback puts it right where he did. I mean, there was very little margin for error.
Throw it to the back corner. Hope your guy gets there, and he did get there. Beat the DB, and brought that in for the score. It's making a spicy little Varsity match here for the final quarter. 2-point conversion here for the Renegades.
We're going to make sure all 4 corners of the end zone are in this shot, folks, because this thing could go anywhere.
So here we are. I wonder whether this is going to be a stretch out to the left. It is not. He's got reverse. He throws it in the flat, and that is incomplete.
Oh.
So 7-point difference here in the final quarter with the University of Nottingham ready to take over the ball. So, I mean, This is living up to last year's varsity match, a 24-21 nail biter for the gold win last year, and we're going to see the same again. I wonder whether they're going to go for this little pooch kick again. I'm going to call that the don't kick the toff.
It's a smart play. It's worked so far, and to be honest, again, try to force people to do things they're not used to.
Yeah.
Get an up back to catch the ball. Make an up back that usually blocks a certain way have to do a different assignment. When you do that, you try to make people make mistakes. And so if Trent can get the ball in the kind of wrong person's hands from Nottingham's perspective, maybe they can force a fumble.
Yep.
Make some sort of play.
So here we are. While we're here, we'll just say the varsity series as a whole started with ice hockey back in February for a University of Nottingham win. So they lead the series 1-0. This will be the second point in the series. So either it's going to be 2-0 to University of Nottingham, or Trent are going to draw it back one apiece.
Pretty early on in the series.
Pretty early on.
Though,
we are the second game to be played in this series, and the first one really of the bulk of varsity. Same as last year actually. I can't remember if we kicked off varsity or whether ice hockey was much the same.
It was pretty close.
But here we are, setting ourselves up for a impressive fourth quarter here, and the kick is short again. Well, it's short-ish, and it's oh dear, they've kicked it to Toff. What's Toff going to do? And Toff is gonna. Can he get out the guy? Can he get out the tackle? Toff's still going, and Toff smothered at the 15-yard line.
And again, even there, yes, Toff got the kick, but he caught the ball in motion where he usually doesn't catch it. Not enough room to make that little reverse that UON often does. So it's a good pooch kick.
So here we are. We're going to see what happens here. Again, as with all our streams this year, no idea how long is left on the clock. I think that's probably going to be about 9 minutes.
Consider yourself lucky I updated the quarter correctly.
we have been known not to do that before. So here we are. We've got Frank, Lewis, Sam Potter, DT, Dan Long. We've got a lot of graduating guys on that offensive line. Drop back. Robbie throws. Caught in the flats by Balaji. Can Balaji make a man miss? No, he's going to run over him. Balaji Adewale.
Way to get the first down there.
Way to get the first down. Balaji, more commonly, would just decide to run round the guy, but this time, Balaji's final game for the green and gold. No, he's just going to run through him instead. So yeah, I mean, if we're looking on offense here about who we've got as graduators, Frank, Lewis, Dan Long, DT, even DT could be graduating. Robbie Rao. Is that Teddy in the backfield now?
Well,
I'm presuming so because
your mouth to my ear. I mean,
he looks that much shorter. Teddy Hope with the handoff. And he's managing to make 1, 2, 3 guys miss, and he's taking it for about 3 or 4 yards.
Sneaking around, hard to catch him because you can't hit what you can't see.
Who else we got out there? I think we got Charlie. I think Charlie S got out there, who's graduating after 3 years in the green and gold. There's a lot of guys in this offense looking to graduate. Yeah, Charlie S got number 19 coming to the bottom of your screen now. We've got Abdul in at tight end, not graduating. I'm worried people are going to think everybody's graduating. Not quite everyone.
Well, when you have a roster of 100 people, you're going to have a lot of graduates.
Oh, great move, Teddy. Couldn't quite get there, but he's managed to get himself back to the line of scrimmage for a 3rd and 7.
Nice play by the end. And we talked about this earlier. You want to pinch in, be able to read both plays, and he did.
Yeah, very much so. Oh dear, so here we go, 3rd and 7 for the green and gold. You've got to think they're probably going to go to the air here.
I'm a bit surprised to see Robbie in.
I think Robbie's the kind of competitive bloke who doesn't want to get taken out of the game.
That's fair.
Robbie's here. This is probably his final ever game of American football after what I can only presume is 15 plus years playing this sport. Oh, and it's almost picked off there. Looking for Balaji in the flat.
I apologise that I don't know your name, NTU player, but that was...
Flag thrown late. I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be.
Still good play, but we'll see if it's for naught.
Not sure what this is. Flag thrown very late by the head umpire. So
Frank is kind of putting his arms up, asking for something.
Oh, I think he's probably going to call it against Frank with the way he's pointing at him. Threatening him with the finger. So we've got unsportsmanlike conduct.
On the offense.
Which I can only presume would be on Frank.
Yeah.
And that'll be taking them back 15 and going to 4th down as well, I believe, because that'll be a dead ball foul. So, University of Nottingham look like they're going to come out to punt here, giving the Renegades the ball back. Down 7 in the 4th quarter.
It's what you want.
This is what you want.
If you watch American football, it's not what you want if you're Nottingham, but
No.
it's what you want if you like American football.
Anyone tuning in as a neutral, this is what you want. The Renegades, with the momentum here, going to be getting the ball back unless something goes wrong. We just got to wait for the rest to sort themselves out.
Seems to be...
I'm not entirely sure what they're doing here.
Yeah, just like a late change. I mean, the offense only just walking off now, but the refs are still walking the ball back, so the play clock's not going to start yet.
No, I mean, he's put the ball down, and it looks like it's going to be about a 4th and 25 by the end of this. So down low to punt, we've got Josh Maebo down there at the bottom of your screen. Here we go. University of Nottingham to punt the ball to the Renegades to get the ball in the 4th quarter. Down 1 score. We've got motion from the University of Nottingham here. Right, we've got motion back from the University of Nottingham. The ball is back and it is punted away. That's a deep punt. Huge punt. What kind of bounce is he going to take? It's picked up by the returner. He's got a lane. And he is missed tackle there. And he's taken down by Balaji. Balaji and Dan Long there combining to make the tackle just over the halfway line. So the Renegades need 43 yards to tie it to, well, having the opportunity to tie this game up.
I'd imagine they'd go for 2. I'm going to call it right now. If they score a touchdown, they're going to go for 2.
Well done, Sean. They're definitely kicking the field goal this time.
Do we have overtime in Varsity?
Oh, we categorically have. Please have overtime.
Oklahoma's to the death.
Actually, I think because it's an exhibition game, you don't get overtime.
I don't think you do get overtime.
I think it's a tie, and Varsity won't know what to do with themselves to settle the tie.
Probably a coin flip.
Football, you go to penalties. You know,
field goal kicking.
Field goal kicking.
I'll take a field goal contest.
I'll take a field goal contest. There we are. Great pressure there by number 28. Fraser Holden can't quite get the tackle. Tracking out to the outside, and the running back is taken out for a gain of about 5.
Really good job by the back, outpacing the defense. He was met in the backfield and just outran him.
Yeah, very much so. Nifty running back today here for the Renegades.
Deep as well. I think they've rotated in a few guys at running back, plus a couple fullbacks.
Yeah. So here we are, 2nd and 5 for the Renegades. Let's see what they go here. The ground game's been working for them so far, but they could go for the air.
My only confusion of the day, Simon, is what color lowers is Trent in?
I think they're technically in a very dark navy blue. I don't think they're black.
Here we go, man in motion.
Liam dropping back, pressure applied, and it is short-armed, short of the receiver. He was at the sticks. So we're going to be 3rd down and 5. Again, we talked about it earlier. This is 4th down territory now.
Absolutely, particularly with this scoreboard being what it is.
But yeah, so I mean, quick word from us. This is the final game of the year. We're going to commentate because there's no games after this.
We said that last time.
Well, I mean, we were expecting someone else to stream this game.
We said that last time, Simon. They're going to call us back in 3 weeks for some other game we didn't know about.
Well, if anybody from BAFA wants to call me back to do some commentary, I quite enjoy this.
Or
so,
if there was a Nottingham-based team who was also here, might be streaming games.
No comment, Your Honour. But yeah, if anybody wants me to commentate games, at Simon Stockwell on Instagram.
Here we go, full back in.
And Liam drops back. Pressure applied by Timmy Adewale. Liam stepping up. Can he get the first down? He's gonna. Oh, good lord! I'm not sure on the spot here. I think the refs have short-armed him on the spot. I must admit.
Well, I'm not going to send him the footage.
He's given. He's
got the first down.
He stood short and then given him the.
He
first
definitely
down.
earned the first down. It's just a question of where the spot is.
He got the first down, but the ref has come in at least a half yard short of the chains.
I do not have a way to send you footage, Mr. Ref. So please get it right.
Yeah, I mean, oh no, he's given them 4th down.
4th and short.
For anyone watching this, if you see this again, Liam, I think you've been hard done to there. I'm pretty sure you were well over. I think you were a half yard over the downs there.
If they come out with more than 6 guys in the box, I'm going to super zoom in here.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to do. Let's see.
And it is inevitably going to be thrown as a post.
Hey, that's fine. That's a pretty standard formation.
Here we are. We've got the fullback in. Is this going to be?
I'm still going to cheat.
Let's cheat. Let's zoom in. It's fine.
Timeout, maybe.
Let's see what's taken. 4th and inches here for the Renegades. I think they're asking as to why it's not a first down, and I think they're correctly asking as to why it's not
look at where the ball is, and then look at where the chains are. This at least warrants a measurement. Here, look.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Trent, I'd be screening for a measure here.
I'm also somewhat surprised, generally speaking, you wouldn't have a chain crew have the down marker not evenly on one of the hashes. If you look, usually when you get a first down, it kind of rounds up or down to one of the even numbers. So you really shouldn't have.
Just had a text from an old Caesars.
You really shouldn't have this.
Yeah. I've just had a text in from an old Caesars and Trent player. Trent is pink and black now.
Pink and black. There you go. They've been
pink
updated.
And black. They have been updated to the black. They did used to be in the navy blue. LT, thank you for that. Thank you for the update. Oh, look at that. Luke and Mickey having a quick chat.
This is a very reasonable question because, as I said, you generally don't have a first down in the middle of the field not be on an even hash mark. That's correct? You've done chain crew, right?
I did chain crew once.
I think the refs generally spot the ball on an even hash mark in the middle of the field. Not always, but
yeah. Well, they at least don't. They at least it's usually nose or tail of the ball on, X yard line.
So this, they call the first down.
They call the first down.
Maybe they've had a discussion on where the chains were supposed to be or something.
Well, by the looks of it, the actual chain marker for generally boring chain crew information, you would there's a little marker you would put on the nearest solid yard line. So when they come out for a measure, they know it's in the right place, but it wasn't that time, and I think that was the confusion.
Well, sorry, folks, you don't get the super zoom anymore.
Here we are, 1st and 10 for the Renegades. They've got 33 yards to go. And it is a dive by the Renegades, and that is, University of Nottingham stiffened up there. Jensen Bosworth there, Timmy Adewale, Benji Kadugu, all getting in for the contact.
Is Jensen a first year?
I think Jensen's a first-year player. He may be a second-year.
But he's back next year.
He's back next year.
That'll be great for the UON D line. He's really just skyrocketed this year.
Yeah, he's coming, having never played the sport, to
what is he?
To CFL,
GB, right?
GB, CFL Combine. Yeah. The full works.
Speaking of CFL Combine, you haven't seen Finlay Old today because he's off in Canada.
We mentioned that earlier.
Shout out, I just want to shout him out again because we mentioned the Combine.
We like Finn. Here we are, fullback in, and it is a drop back pass. He's thrown the swing route, and the guy's overrun it, and bosh, and he's taken down from behind by Benji. That's a big pickup. It's going to be about 3rd and 4 here.
I think it might have gotten a little more than that with falling in the correct direction. It might only be 3 yards, which is a big difference as you get into that red zone.
Yeah,
or close to it at least.
So here we are. This is going to be interesting 3rd down decision here. We're going to go for the run, go for the pass.
I would run it.
I mean, I'd run it, and then you put yourself 4th down.
Not that Liam's had a bad game. Liam's had a good game.
But
the run game has been particularly good.
The run game's been particularly good today.
And as you get into that 4th quarter with the tight ends in line that they've had, I would keep doing it.
Here we are, fullback in the backfield. Number 33, the running back, who's had a good day today, also in the backfield.
And this is a good UON defensive lineman to move the ball. It's very hard to move it against him. So that's credit to NTU.
That's a false start on the right tackle, not called. And it is a handoff on the stretch. And he's managed to get a guy outside, and he's still going. And I think the official coming in, he's definitely short, but I think he's shorted him by about a yard. Lewis Thomas stepping in on the defensive line.
So we're going to have 4th and, it looks like 2.
4th and 2, 4th and 3 maybe, depending quite on the...
Quick, here we go.
4th and yard and a half, I think.
If I'm Trent, I'll bring in the hard count. Then a timeout.
Yeah, hard count, timeout, go for the play you want. Big play here. And it's snapped. The ball's through. Lewis Thomas in the backfield. Let's go, Lewis.
Well, I said it was a tough defensive line to run against. Well, Lewis coming in as the D lineman for the day, proving that to be true. Absolutely demolished, like a wrecking ball.
Lewis Thomas stepping in on his final game for the green and gold and demolishing that run there.
Lewis,
fourth down, stopped.
You fancy coming back, but then playing some D-line. I mean, my goodness, what a play.
Lewis, would you like to do a second master's?
How about a PhD? How many degrees can we give these? Can you be an architect? That's a 7-year degree.
You could definitely, you could do architecture if you wanted. And here he is, after that big defensive stop, back out at left guard. Here we go. We've got the lawnmower in the backfield, folks. Will Alec Glenn fire up the lawnmower? Jonathan and Bentho in motion. The lawnmower is fired up, but the lawnmower is shut down early.
That's a great play. Again, defensive end for NTU. He's been having himself a day. I think it's number 8. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I apologize. Just really good plays all around.
Yeah.
Just blowing it up. And really doing a great job keeping that edge while also being aggressive into the backfield. Sometimes you see these edge guys run themselves out of the play.
Yeah.
We really haven't seen that happen.
We've seen it a couple of times at the University of Nottingham, that exact thing happening. The edge guys kind of run himself out of the play or just stay too wide. So here we are.
Nice discipline.
2nd and 12. We're going to go trips to the top of your screen. Tight end attached at the bottom. Robbie and George in the backfield.
7-man box with the safety coming in.
Heavy box. And George takes the ball. George has got a crease and he's rumbling his way. About 7 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. And we've got a Notts guy down on the field. That looks like it's Dan Long, the right tackle there. Down. So we will see what happens here. I didn't quite catch what happened at the back. Oh yeah, he's been caught hard from behind.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, this is
That's not what you want to see. He was being nothing nefarious.
No.
We're oohing because of the injury. We're just looking at our replay here. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you. But
yeah, we can't move it across to the other computer.
Well, so I'm using 2 laptops and all that.
He's
but
up.
He's up, which is good because basically he was blocking someone and there was a bit of a stalemate, which is pretty normal for that position. And then another guy came in and hit him from behind.
And another guy's falling over.
It looked like it's one of those. It looks really bad because someone and your knees bend suddenly. But hopefully it's not that bad.
Hopefully it's just bend at the knees. And
with those, it comes down to the angle that you're at. If you hit from the side while being held up versus straight from the back, 2 very different outcomes. Usually.
Yeah, I know the difference in those outcomes.
Yeah, so do I.
So here we are. We'll have somebody stepping in on the offensive line here.
Looks like it's Frank. 79.
Yeah, well, Frank's going across the right tackle. I think Lewis has stepped into left tackle, and we've got 75 stepping in at left guard. Robbie with the boot out, pressure from behind. Is he going to find it? And that is dropped.
Yeah, just dropped
again.
Really just hit the chest of the receiver. Robbie did a really good job on the run. Pursuit behind him, threw it, hit the guy right between the numbers.
So here we are. It's 4th and 6, and it looks like the punt team's going to be coming on here for the green and gold. Again, no idea on the time.
We've got to be pretty late in the 4th quarter.
We've got to be pretty late in the 4th quarter, you would expect. So we'll see what happens. Maybe if Trent start going in the hurry up, we know whereabouts we are with it all. We've got to hope Danlow here with a huge booming kick to send that down. So here we are. We're one short.
Yeah, shorter
guy running onto the field. Yeah, shorter left guard there on the punt.
Probably called timeout. Seems like it.
Yep, seems like University of Nottingham have taken. I know it's just a straight delay of game.
Well, that's not what you want. Though you might need those timeouts in case Trent scores. You're going to want the timeouts for a final drive.
Yeah. So here we are, punting away. Line of scrimmage is about the 27-yard line. Nottingham to punt away. Quick communication there between the upbacks.
I got a bad feeling about this if you're UON.
So we've got motion, we've got return motion. The ball is snapped and it is kicked away. He's contacted the kicker's leg, but no flag's been thrown. The official's missing a call there, and the returner is taken down at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Danlow's leg did get hit.
It got hit. That should be, but it's an immediate 5-yard penalty because he hit the kicking leg, not the plant leg.
Yeah.
So it should be move that up 5 yards.
The only exception, I believe, is if you do touch the ball first. But I don't think he did.
The ball first.
Or Danlow's got a rocket. Well, he does have a rocket leg, but if the ball was touched, it wouldn't have flown the way that it did. No, so it's a bit odd to see that.
Yeah. So that one not called there.
So I put Lewis in at D-line, considering he's pretty amped up right now.
Yeah. Lewis, can you play your way through every snap of the game remaining, please?
Why not? Well, what do you got to? I mean, it's not like you're playing in the highest professional league in Europe in like a few weeks.
No, never. That would never happen. No, surely not. Off to Milan to play for the Seamen. So here we are. The centre's been having a day trying to block Eli Lewis. We've got Timmy as the defensive tackle. And the ball is snapped back and it's given us a dive. The running back's managed to pursue it out to the side. We've got Nate Loving trying to take it. The running back's taking it round the corner. Can he get down the sideline? He's taken out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. Good Lord. Here we go, folks. Here we go. 4th quarter action here in the Robin Hood Bowl.
And I'm just going to give an extra shout out. Obviously, the running back had a great play. Anyone can see that. But we have a little bit closer when I can see on my screen. My laptop's probably closer than your phone is to your face. He had a really good little stutter step. Yeah. So the DB tried to keep outside contained, and then the running back stutter stepped in, so the DB went, okay, I'll go in and get him, And then the running back went back outside, and that really is what got the last 20 yards on that run.
So here we go, 1st and 10, the 21-yard line for Trent. They've got trips to the bottom of the screen, ball on the floor, it's picked up!
Oh, he's going to run!
Eli Lewis has got the ball, and he is taken down.
My goodness.
Huge play here in the 4th quarter.
I mean, he just...
Ball on the floor, Eli Lewis just manages to scoop it up in his final game.
He must have known the snap count. He must have been studying that or something. He was there immediately. He moved before the guards did.
Here we are, momentum changing play here in Varsity, the 4th quarter. And that's a huge play as Nottingham now take over with the ball. We're still yet to see the 2-minute warning, so once we get the 2-minute warning, we'll have our last official indicator of how much time we've got left in the game. Here we are, folks. Robbie Rao, can you lead some magic and just kill the clock? George Dominguez, the lawnmower in the backfield. It's a play action. He's got Jonathan Benfo deep. He's got someone down the sideline deep. And it is. It's caught! It's caught down the sideline! And I think he stepped out of bounds.
I think he did.
I think he stepped out of bounds early. He's given it as a touchdown. The Trent player was very right to be pointing at the sideline. He stepped out of bounds early and the officials given it as a touchdown.
Yeah, he was definitely...
Good Lord, folks, good Lord.
I'm just going to say no comment. In any event, what a throw.
What a throw.
And if anyone here thought Jason Scott and a Jason Scott-led team was going to run out the clock in Varsity, no way.
We're having a discussion. Trent are rightfully so pointing at the sideline.
I'm not even sure that's a good thing. If you're Trent, do you really want UON to have the ball at the 1-yard line? Then they could just run it up the gut.
If we pan back across, we'll see what's happening, because the refs seem to... I can't quite tell whether they're spotting it up for a... Yes, they've given the touch to... Oh, hang on. Oh, we've got guys coming in.
Now there's some sort of stoppage.
Well, I mean, if I was the Trent head coach, rightfully so, I'd be coming out.
I mean, to be fair, he was out of bounds.
He was definitely out of bounds.
Like,
you know, when we say we're going to try and be impartial, we would obviously, if we were not impartial, say that he's taken that in for the touchdown. But, I mean...
Oh, here, I got a replay for you here.
Yeah, he's a yard short.
I mean, I can't show it on the stream, but I guarantee you he was short.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the refs call what they want. They don't have the camera angles we do. We don't have replay capabilities today.
No.
But
yeah, they've called a touchdown.
100% not a touchdown.
Congratulations, folks. What you've just seen there is a touchdown.
Am I allowed to call somebody and just tell them? We'll be honest. I'm a UON coach. I'm admitting he was out of bounds.
Yeah. Sportsmanship award of the year. I don't think we've even got time to call down to the field to let them know. But yeah, so touchdown called here when it definitely shouldn't have been. Oh, good Lord. So we're coming out for the PAT. In all of that, I think it's University of Nottingham 25, the Renegades 12. Yeah, he's a yard. Maybe you can say he's extended the ball over the pylon before he stepped out of bounds. Kick, snap, back down, hold, kick away. Did he miss it? No, he didn't, Sean. Well done.
Oh,
you did not jinx him.
No jinx.
Well done, Sean.
I'm probably going to get in trouble for admitting that he was out of bounds.
Well, I mean, we call it how we see it. What can we do?
Hey, anyone can rewind the YouTube stream. It's not
Here we
hard.
go, folks. The 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning, folks.
I'll update the score. As I said, though,
26-12.
I'm not sure it was in the best interest of UON, or sorry, for Trent, because it's a 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
If that ball's out of bounds, you're now down by a score, or UON could just run it up the gut 2 or 3 times and either get another score and you have less time on the clock, or no score, but they've run out 2 minutes. So
yeah.
I'm not really sure it was in their best interest for that to be stopped at the 1, but whatever.
Well, here we go, folks. 2 minutes left for both Nottingham teams here. Final game of the season. Final game of the season for us commentating, Sean. It's been a great second half of the season.
You keep saying that. They keep bringing me back in.
Well, you might be coming back. I'm not.
Hey, you know what? I love being here. It's been a great season. Honestly, the thing is that Varsity is a celebration. It's sports. It's university culture coming together. You have these 2 great universities that are so close to each other. I mean, particularly since they have multiple campuses between NTU's Clifton and City campus, and then UON, Beeston, and Jubilee campus. I mean, you basically just interspersed throughout the city.
Yeah.
And so it's just great to see this come
interesting
together.
kickoff formation here. University of Nottingham, massive hole in the middle of the field. You can only presume Joel's trying to do something interesting here. And it is a kick. I think he's kicked it off.
It's a normal kickoff.
It's just a normal kickoff. Trent running at the gap, and he hears, Oh, Toff couldn't quite get there.
But second tackler brought in, and
Second tackler brought it in, and that's fine. That looks like Indy Wood there, number 14, who Indy Wood, or as for those of you who've been watching the streams long enough, or Dan Pedro, because we get those two guys mixed up all the time, who was the one that just definitely didn't score that touchdown. I would like to say I've had texts from both UON and NTU players both saying that was not a touchdown. So here we are, folks. Let's see what Trent do. Hook and ladder. You need to score. You need to score.
I
fast.
would hook and ladder or something tricky. Maybe they.
Here we go. Trick plays. Get ready for
honestly, even a flea flicker. With these great fullbacks and running back and tight end action that they've had.
I think we got to delay a game.
12 men in the huddle.
Oh, 12 in the huddle.
I'm assuming. Because you had a guy running off going, oh no.
Okay. I wasn't there. Yeah, it looks like it's been called 12 men in the huddle.
It's not Canada. I know we've talked about the CFL Combine, but it's only 11.
Yeah. I don't know, chaps. Let the boys play. He was running off the field, so... let the boys play.
You got to get substitutions, though.
Yeah.
That's why you can't have 12 in the huddle, because it would screw up substitutions.
Yeah, exactly. Here we are. What are Trent going to do here? Liam out. We've got the jet motion.
False start not called.
False start is
called. It was called. Yeah.
Here we are. They're going to be 1st and 20 after that. On the upside, no time's coming off the clock.
Yeah, realistically, if you're going to get all these yards in one or two chunks, I suppose it doesn't really matter, a yard or two here or there.
Yeah.
Not that it's good to make a mistake, but as you said, no time lost.
No time lost so far. So here we are. It's going to be 1st and 20 for the Renegades. They need 2 scores here, so they're down 14 points. They need 2 scores to tie this game up, and maybe send it to overtime. We don't really know what the rules are.
Yeah, to be fair, I legitimately don't know if we have overtime in varsity.
Yeah, it's one of those. I think because it's an exhibition game, we probably don't. But let's see what happens here. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. We've got fullback in the backfield. And ball's on the floor again. Liam's picked it up, taken up the middle. And he is boshed down by Fraser Holden as he goes for the slide. Oh, we've got a little bit of afters here. I'm getting a little bit chippy at the end of the game. You've got to think that either Trent have called a timeout here, or they need to be moving themselves and hurry up. I'd be going no huddle here and trying to get calls in fast.
Yeah, I agree. I do wonder if they called the timeout or not.
I didn't see it signalled.
There's no urgency from the ref to put the ball down either, though. He was kind of there.
Yeah,
kind of interesting.
You'd think inside a 2-minute warning, generally, I can only presume they've called a timeout because they are letting clock burn fast here.
Well, we didn't see it in any event. They're lined up, 2 men in the backfield, including a fullback.
Yep, here we go. Liam to take the ball, drops back, and he's looking for that tight end down the seam again. It's picked off. It is picked off. Let's see what happens here. He's got a return. He's going down the sideline. That is Nate Lovin with the return, and he is taken down. Nate Lovin basically sealing the game here for the University of Nottingham.
I agree that the victory is most likely sealed. I don't think that's the last exciting play we'll see. It is varsity.
I wonder what's going to happen here.
Drop kick.
Lewis Thomas QB sneak, please.
Robbie Gold drop kick.
That was oh god, what was the little quarterback who did the drop kick for the Patriots?
Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie, yep. Let's see if we get a drop kick from him. So here we are. I pray just to see Lewis coming at quarterback, because I think this is just what everybody wants to see. Oh, we've got Danlow out here. I'm not sure what we're going here, but Danlow is not an offensive player. Hang on, is Danlow walking out at receiver?
For the record, I keep saying Robbie Gold. His name's Robbie Rao.
Yeah.
I keep saying Robbie and then thinking Gold.
Oh my lord. I would like to say Danlow is stood at receiver to the bottom of your screen. If you're going to watch the ball, watch him.
Oh my goodness.
I can only presume this is going to...
I'm getting that back corner in this shot.
Yeah, let's have a look. Robbie's looking that way. He's looking that way. He throws the pass. Go on! Oh no! Danlow! Call it again. Call it again, coach.
Do it again. Do it again. Harder.
Oh, it's gone through the hands.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Danlow, what are you doing, son? In his final game for the green and gold. He's still in the huddle.
Robbie, throw it softer. He's a DB.
He's a DB. He can't catch. Well, he's a line.
To be fair, it was a bit high.
It was a little bit
It would have been
high.
quite the catch.
Fair enough. Here we are. The safety.
Is he in again?
Yeah, he's off at the top of your screen. The safety's just walked over.
I'm just keeping all the corners in here because I don't think this is going to be a run, folks.
George going out. Quick motion. I think we got a false start here.
I think I'm just going to station this for 4 fade routes and call it a day.
Yeah, here we are, trickeration coming in from the University of Nottingham. They're going to be moving back 5 yards with the false start.
I recognize that some people want me to zoom in closer. But if you do what I'm doing right now, which is sitting about 18 inches from a 48-inch television,
Yeah,
it looks pretty big.
It looks pretty big. For those of you who want us to zoom in a bit more, frankly, we don't know where this ball's going to go, but we know something's going to happen.
I'm just assuming he's going to throw it in the end zone, so I'm not going to zoom in.
Yeah. By the looks of it, Nottingham with 3 timeouts left. NTU apparently have 3 timeouts left, but they called one earlier. Someone's not updated the scoreboard correctly. So here we are, download to the top of your screen, chaps. Just watch him. Please, Robbie. And it's, oh, don't be boring, it's a handoff to the lawnmower. The lawnmower's taking him down.
That's not what we want.
No, that's not what we want.
Jason, throw a hook and ladder.
Throw it to Dan Lowe.
Give it to Dan Lowe. Lewis Thomas, have him change his jersey number. Put him in at receiver.
Well, if you fumble it to him, he can take the hook and
How
ladder.
about he kick steps backwards and then you lateral it to him?
Yeah, there we are. That's what we want.
Screen pass.
Screen pass. Yeah, the old tackle screen pass.
NTU actually used to have a tackle screen pass.
Yeah, we had a tackle screen pass. We threw it about 2017, 2018.
Here
Here
we
we
go.
are. Robbie dropping back. He's rolling out to his left. Lewis is and he's taken down. That was a difficult one. That's fair enough. Don't throw the flag now. There's no
I wouldn't
point.
throw a flag there, but you got to let go.
Yeah. So here we are. I think, are we 3rd down?
An eternity.
We're 4th down.
You know what? More room to work with.
More room to work with. Robbie Rao wants his career passing yards number to be higher.
I say you get Robbie Rao, drop him
And
back.
that's it, folks, I think.
Oh, no, I think we got time for one more play.
He's holding the ball in the air. Is that it, folks?
Yeah, it looks like that's it.
Congratulations to the University of Nottingham. They seem to have won Varsity this year. Yeah, it's all over. Handshake's coming out. Thank you all, folks, for watching. It's been a blast this second half of the season to do the commentary and to do the streaming. And I think for one last time for myself and Sean, thank you very much for watching. And until